Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly drunk. Mostly.
I am your host, Jedi Master Grayson, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm darn pretty good. I feel like this light is too bright, but if I turn it down any lower, honestly, y'all, it will be dark in here. I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's the same light, too. We wearing the same clothes.
It changes from day to day, yeah, just like how it affects us. I don't know.
The wall is the same. Everything is the same.
Maybe our star is just shining brighter every day.
It's because you're in front of the boss nigger poster today, like covering it up perfectly, and that is fucking up the light because it's not able to absorb the other light.
It's a little dark in here without the N-word, which is weird. But
yeah, and I said it a minute into the show, like, so there's no.
Should be
no problems, YouTube. No problems.
Should be fine.
But guys, we are here every week, as always. Sorry, it's not a good idea to take a shot right before the show starts.
Oh, you did that? Damn, I was waiting. Shit, okay.
I was like, I can't start this without having some alcohol. It's been a long day. But I'm glad that we are here with friends. Clayface, what is going on?
Not much. Long weekend. I'm tired.
Well, I'll give you a
round of
applause. I'll give you a round of applause.
Right? Energizing me right up there. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I'm not sleepy. You're sleepy.
Yeah, I'm not scared. I wasn't scared. You were scared.
Well, hopefully sleep deprivation erodes our internal sensors and helps us create something amazing tonight. I feel like tonight's going to be a great show.
Yo, Mondays is like crazy.
That or the one we finally get canceled.
Coin toss.
I feel like we do so much on Saturday, then Sunday we kind of prepare a little bit for this show. We kind of prepare for this show. I guess if that's what you call it. Watching movies and television.
Watching a bunch of shit, yeah.
And then, I feel like we didn't even have a weekend afterwards. It's just like, I just wake up and then I'm at work and here. Pod. I'll just wake up and pod.
The weekend I found out, I realized like a couple months ago, I was like, man, the weekend is when I do like my most work. So like for the channel. So it's just like I'm working on the weekend, and then on the weekend I'm just working.
No, the weekend is not even a descriptive of the weekdays and a break through that in my mind anymore. It's just when you say the weekend, it's just a brown man, a short brown Canadian man. That's all I think of is when you say the weekend.
I went to see a movie late Thursday night. Didn't sleep Friday. Then Friday, I'm like, well, I'm tired, but it's the weekend. I gotta I gotta make use out of it. So I stayed up way later than I should. Then Saturday, Blake and I went to see Scream in theaters.
Okay,
oh, nice.
At 6 p.m. And I think we stopped hanging out and crashed at 4 a.m.
Oh God.
And then Sunday, I spent trying to not die. So my equilibrium's off.
I feel you.
And I'm pretty positive there was no PD involved. So that means that they spent a lot of time. That was real energy that was expended. Like that was human flesh that was cut off of your body to do that.
There was a lot more liquor in my house before Saturday.
Put it that way.
Yeah.
You used to have a liquor cabinet. Now you have a bottle. Of liquor.
You think I have that much left?
I had a very alcoholic weekend too, and like early Saturday, and then Sunday I worked, busted my ass to get out this new members only video for all of you people who are joined members of the Drunk Banthas channel. You can check out my video. That's a review of Oddity, Long Legs, and skincare. A few
skincare.
Get your skin together, man. No, that's not. Wait a minute. It's
go check out Blink twice.
Wait a minute. It's not a video about your skin and how to keep it.
Yeah, it's my skin routine.
It's not
like this is what I do every morning.
So it's not that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
It's our newest sponsor, Neutrogena.
It is hard Googling that movie because if you type in Elizabeth Banks skincare, it'd be the movie that pops up first.
Like
I mean, she did the commercials, right? Like the ones where it's just the slow-mo water splash.
Yeah, like I think she was one of those, like L'Oreal or one of those
whatever
people. Yeah, she's a face. She's got one of those faces.
L'Oreal. Did she get paid for that?
Oh yeah,
Lori.
If she didn't, she wasted a lot of time.
No, yeah, Lori.
What's up, Morgan?
Does she get paid for it? Hold on, why is this not working?
I don't know.
It's because it's ageist.
Man, you know what? Shit is broke over here today. It's fucked up today.
It's cool. My brain's broken today to the point where I spent 6 minutes not talking about anything about the show, but how I'm sleepy and how I spent my weekend doing alcohol. So fun stuff. Anyway, I'm excited to talk about things. I think I'll be more excited when you guys unmute. Still waiting.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay, there we go.
What happened is,
Jesus.
what happened is I'm trying to figure out why this other thing is not working, and then I made something else not work.
I figured that's what it was, and I was like, all right, let's just think of shit to say until they come back.
Yeah, now I'm just.
You saw how that worked.
Yeah, you know what? I was like, damn, he panicked.
But in my defense, that's what the whites do. We panic.
But then I'm sitting there like, why is it still not working? Sorry, people who are just listening. That's probably a terrible thing.
I think this is the best opening we've ever had.
Oh, it's been great.
This is why, you know what? Not been bumpy at all.
But if just to let you guys know what you have in store for the rest of the show tonight, we are going to be talking about Kite Man. Hell yeah. We're going to be talking about the Apple TV Plus thriller series Lady in the Lake that just wrapped up. And as always, we're going to be talking shit. But before we go through Fraggle Rock and down past Sesame Street and go around the corner to Jeff's Comic Book Corner, I just want to say thank you guys for all. Like I mentioned before, we have some members only content that's out right now. So we appreciate all of the new members that we have there. And if you want to get some of this sweet, juicy exclusive content, all you have to do is pay as little as $1 a month.
Sorry.
All you have to do is pay $1 a month and you can become a member. And the next video that's dropping is my review of Strange Darling. But I have to get this Deadpool video out first. Otherwise, yeah.
And if you got a gift recently and you were gifted a membership, you got to remember to keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Keep coming and hanging out with us. Coming all over the place.
Comic Chameleon, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
And shout out to OG member in the comments right now, Morgan. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, shout out to the fifth Bantha. You know what time it is. Did I put this thing up there yet?
He might have been the first member, if I remember.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the first. Him or Rachel were the first ones.
Yeah, I'm sure. It was like a race.
It was a race to the top.
Good props to you, and we kind of hurt you a little bit.
Yeah, man. You know what? I'm going back to the well on this one. Everybody deserves some love out here today. It's fucking Monday. I realized that the other day. We do this when people are feeling the worst in their week.
Yeah.
So shout out to y'all.
That's very true.
And, I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to take this drink that is not alcoholic at all right here while Alex does this break.
Well, let's move on to our first segment of the night. Oh, actually, let's see. We got some activity in the chat. Bantha says it's cool because I've been around for all the other projects the last few decades. Yeah,
that's right. We've failed a long time before now. We don't think we're just failing now, ladies and gentlemen. This is a failure. So is the rest of our life.
It's a pattern of behavior.
Morgan's, it's not a lifestyle. It's a pattern of behavior.
Morgan's the OG friend, not just a fan and like our biggest cheerleader. He's the homie.
He's not a stan.
So we really appreciate you.
He's a man.
He's a man. That's true. But before we move on to Kite Man, hell yeah, I
gotta shorten my. Sorry.
What?
No. I was thinking out loud. That was bad. Sorry. I felt like Bane.
You guys can hear that?
Stop your internal monologue.
But yeah, Jeff, let's get back with our boy Virgil in the world of Static Shock. Let's get into it. What's the issue today?
All right, so we're going into Static Season 1, Issue 2. So it's just following up from where we just were. And if you'll remember, Static and Hot Streak homie sad man Francis just got into a fight. And since Francis was losing like a bitch, he decided the right move would be to burn down their house. Because when you can't win, the smart move is property damage.
That's right.
Yeah.
And if you don't remember, Francis is white. So anyway,
I remember hearing that one.
I'm just saying, hey, he starts losing and his first reaction is burn someone's house down. Most arsonists are white. Just throwing that out there. All right. So this issue actually starts somewhere else. We are just looking at this. We see an apartment complex and there's this girl, Daisy, and it looks like it's her mom or her dad. Someone's calling her to breakfast and she's like about to get up from, she's in her room. She's about to get up from her desk. And all of a sudden her hands start like glowing and like seeping into this desk and like phasing a little bit. And almost immediately the desk just like turns to like ash and disintegrates. If you're a fan of My Hero Academia, it's a lot like Tomura. It looks almost exactly like his powers. And then we get her just like looking at her hands, like what's going on? And that's it. And then it cuts back to Virgil and Francis and his house. So basically what they're trying to do here is they're showing us another bang baby. And they're obviously clearly giving us a some insight into what's coming. They're foreshadowing. I thought of words. And they're just showing us that obviously we've seen it a little bit in the last issue, but not all these powers are good. I mean, hers is, you know, if you want to go back to My Hero Academia, hers is decay. Things she touches just disintegrate and die. So then we cut back over to right. Then we cut back over to the Hawkins estate, which is again currently on fire. And Verge is freaking out. His family's obviously horribly depressed. And then Francis is just laughing like an asshole.
Yes.
And he's just like, oh, yeah, like, oh, you thought you were going to hurt me with a little stag electricity? Oh, that's nothing. Watch what I'm going to do now. And then he goes to like attack again, and nothing happens because he's now impotent. Or he just ran out of energy. One of the two. Live your truth. Believe what you want to believe. I know what I want to believe.
I know what's real to me.
So immediately, like I said, Francis flames off, and he's like, oh God. And Verge is looking at him, and he's got this look in his eyes like he's about to kill. I mean, literally lightning rolling off him. His eyes are white. It is, frankly, like Virgil's about to lose it. And I'll give Francis this one. I don't want to give him a lot of credit, but he's smart enough to say, really, you're going to come after me as opposed to do that zappy thing you did to me to save your house. And Virgil doesn't want to. Like, he's having this really bad internal debate. Like, I could stop him, but one, like maybe it was all flash. Maybe the inside of my house is fine. Two, like this could easily jump to other houses in the neighborhood. It could kill people. As much as I want revenge, I gotta step up. So letting Francis get away, Verge does that ion shield thing that he did last time. Only this time he does it over his entire house.
Hold on, we're bringing that up right now because I was wondering what this was going through the pictures.
Yeah,
setting up production.
Understandable.
Professional words.
So he sets up that ion shield, and the thing is, what it's doing is it's burning off the oxygen in the air, so it's suffocating the fire. But as a reaction of that, it's creating this poison gas. So Verge is stopping the fire, but he still needs to be smart about it. And so that's why he shoots this up into the air. And he's really struggling to hold on. He's talking about how like he can barely hold it together, but he's got to get it high enough that poison gas won't hurt his neighbors. And luckily, as we see in this scene, he does. And one of the reasons I also chose this one is, again, I know I mentioned it last time, I'm such a fan of the art in this. The colors are fantastic. The artists themselves are very good. I'm always impressed when somehow you can take ink on a page and still make light seem somehow blinding. And they do that here. I think it's really cool. And I just really wanted to point that out. So
yeah, that was really cool.
Right? So it turns out, thank God, Virgil stops the fire. He gets the poison gas away. And the cooler thing is then like all his neighbors are like, yo, what's up? Virgil is a hero. We got a superhero on the block. They're all about it. No, you would expect people to be scared. Nuh-uh. They're excited. They're so happy. They just saw him save the day. And they're making fun of Hot Streak, which I think is funny. But then, and then this scene right here, all of his family just tackles him in a hug. Which, again, you would think their immediate response would be fear. Maybe fear of Virgil. That'd be understandable. He literally is a walking electron zapper, bug zapper. But no, they don't care. They're just happy that their son's okay.
And
so
just to say, I really appreciate that too, because like it's a common trope in comic books and comic book movies where you have have you tried not being a mutant type of moment,
right?
But,
I was worried was what they were going to do here.
Yeah, but that's well done. I appreciate it.
Yeah, loved it. But then we cut to a more logical situation. They're in their house. Virgil comments like, all the windows are blown out, but there's no structural damage. The paint's peeling, but like nothing in the house is actually like the important stuff is still fine. We still have a home. Thank God I was able to do that. But then Virgil's parents start arguing. And it's really interesting because his mom's on the side of we got to get him to a doctor right now. And his dad's on the side of like, not a fucking, are you out of your mind? No. His dad's a little bit like, hey, let's we can harness this a little bit. And his mom's like, are you insane? Like, what if he keeps mutating and it starts hurting him? All this stuff. And at one point, the dad's just like, no, we're not doing that. And that's final. And that's when Virgil is just straight up. He says, this is not how things are supposed to go. There's no that's final in our house. So they send the kids off, but then they start having an interesting conversation where they cover something we talked a lot about in Shadow Doctor. A part of the reason Virgil's mom, she works in healthcare. But a part of the reason why his dad doesn't want him to go is because he doesn't trust it. And it's not just like, hey, I don't trust healthcare in general. It's my son has just been exposed to a chemical by the government. He has superpowers. They're going to try and do something. I'm not okay with that. And there was one thing she said. I thought it was so good. Oh, I saved it somewhere. Okay, and she goes, Robert Hawkins, I've been black and a woman my whole damn life. Don't you dare pretend that that of the two of us, I don't know how dangerous the medical field can be to black people. So obviously we covered it in Shadow Doctor, but I love that it's being covered here, that they're talking about real things that do pertain to the African-American community in America. That's one of the great things about Milestone. Obviously it's black heroes and it's black stories, but I always like when you're able to bring things that, hey, it's not just if black people had superpowers, it's just, hey, this is everyone in America. I thought that was a cool thing, and I just had to obviously point that out after Shadow Doctor. So anyway, Verge goes upstairs and he's just kind of listening to his parents talk, and his dad's like, look at Icon. We've got people out here. We can let our son, he's got a shot. He can do something. And it's really interesting hearing his dad be so open to these powers to the point where he's like, I want our son to go out and be a vigilante. But anyway, as you would assume, there's just really no resolution. So
Go out there and get a job.
right. Do some fucking work. Do you see the paint peeling? How do you plan on paying for that? So we see Verge. He's just kind of, in his mind again. He's thinking about it. And actually we see it. And it's really quick. 2 panels. Excuse me. Someone's just saying, help me. It's a flashback to the protest in the gas. And it's someone saying, help me.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I don't know if I sent that.
Oh, okay.
And it's just, no.
Not that one.
Yeah, no. The next one, I think I know the next one. Yeah, I do. And I really like it. And it's Virgil sees Daisy, the girl we saw on page 1 in the gas. So Virgil saw her getting gas too.
Okay.
But then it cuts back to Virgil at school and he's having a hard time. He's like, man, it's just, I'm back here after everything with Francis and everything. I'm back here after, the fight, blah, blah, blah. And then we see Darius, the podcast kid, and he starts talking to Virgil. He's like, hey, crazy stuff going on lately, huh? Da, da, da. And Virgil's like, yeah, I guess. And he's like, so how about that fight between Darnell and Francis? And that's where we're at here, where Virg is like, no comment, not talking about it. And Darius just flat out's like, oh, well, I was there and I saw it. I know you're Static and not Darnell. And that's when Virg is like, dude, you got to back off. This isn't cool. And he points out that Darnell has a pretty strong following. So if he starts, mouthing off or telling people that Virg is Static, it's going to get out there. And that just goes to show you the power of a podcast. But so
Bothelius Wagwan.
So anyway, so it's a little back and forth between Darius and Virgil, and Darius is like, hey, a lot of people are putting some fake news out there. They're saying these bang babies are all bad, they're all terrorists, blah blah blah. We need to get the real story out. We need you. And Virgil's like, no, I don't want any part of this. And Darius keeps pushing it to the point where Virg just fries his phone, which I fucking love. Because I mean, dude, you have a phone and you're harassing a dude with electric powers. You should have seen it coming. This one's on you. I'm sorry. Warranty voided. You did it too.
Yeah, coffee is hot too, guys. So you should probably.
Yep.
Thank you, Cosmo Kramer. But so anyway, so all this is a little overwhelming for Virg. So he ends up skipping school, which he's like, man, I haven't done this since the 5th grade and da da da. But the next picture that I sent, if you could pull it up, I love it. It's Virg on the skateboard, and this one is just a lone shot, but it's alongside a page of a bunch of images of Virgil just having some internal monologue about I'm having really trouble with this. I don't know what to do. I feel the buzzing again, but I don't know how to control it and all this jazz. But the thing I really like about the image is just I love the design they've chosen for Virgil for this comic. This is just him in his regular street clothes, skateboarding down the street. And again, I just think they did such a good job of him. And yeah, I just wanted to share that picture because again, I love it. So anyway, after a while, Virg is remembering about his leaders of tomorrow or inventors of tomorrow. So he ends up calling, what's this guy's name? Metcalf. Mr. Metcalf. I don't remember his first name, but that's the guy that we saw in the first issue, who was the one that he created the gas. And the company used it without his permission, with him saying it's not ready, don't use it. And now they're starting to frame him. Well, this guy is another hero who I think his name is Hardware. But, Virgil's calling him to try and get some help. He's like, dude, I don't have time. I'm on the run. What are you doing? And Virgil just goes, I'm a bang baby. I've got superpowers. I really need your help. And he just says, well, that's to the point. Okay. And they have a quick little talk about it, and eventually the guy's like, all right, hey, you're a smart kid, I like you, I have this storage unit down on the docks, and you can go there. Here's where it is. I'll text you the code. The cops might have gotten to it already, but if they haven't, it's basically a backup lab, and that's where you can find stuff that can help you. So Verge is obviously super excited about that, and he starts heading that way. Then we cut back to Darius talking with the little devil baby, if you remember. And things are bad for this kid. He is scared. He is terrified. His buddy who spits the acid vomit, he's gone. We don't know where he is. And the devil baby's telling him, all right, you know, we were at this rally. That Holocaust guy was trying to help us. And all of a sudden, a bunch of army guys showed up. And he's like, what do you mean army guys? He's like, what do you think I mean? I mean, guys who look like they're from the fucking army. How do you not understand it? Anyway, so we're all there. Holocaust is telling us, we got the power. Army shows up and Holocaust bails. So now it's just a bunch of teenagers and these paramilitary guys, and they're clearly not here to talk. So he's obviously terrified. He doesn't know what to do. Because also remember, this guy doesn't have powers. All the gas did was make him look like the devil. So anyway, it cuts to he's like, I didn't know what to do. They just started wailing on all of us, literally just beating kids with these crazy sticks and stuff. And he was terrified, and he tried to get away, but they caught him, and he doesn't know what to do. And then he's like, and then this dude appeared, and this dude just like went to town. He took out like 5 or 6 of them, and it cuts to a very just quick small image of Francis just standing there, fire blasting a bunch of these guys, just yelling, burn, baby, burn, because of course Francis. And then they just really like used a fire extinguisher on him. And then Devil Baby gets away. So then we cut back to Verge. And now we're near the end of the issue, and Virgil gets to the storage unit and he opens it up. And he's like, oh my God, dude, this is like a nerd's fucking dream. This is like Star Trek. Let's do this. So what we can take from this is that now Virgil's starting to get some equipment he can use. And if you'll notice, right underneath where that panel where Virgil is going, yo, we see some very familiar goggles. So he's clearly, and what I'm taking from this is he's going to grab his suit here. So, and also, by the way, I could not stop laughing about how those are also bulletproofs goggles from Invincible. That made me very happy.
Yeah. You haven't been hear us this whole time because we've been muted because we had to remove ourselves so you don't see us when we keep doing these edits. But yeah, that's an awesome get right there because I didn't even
right.
But when you said it, that makes a lot of sense.
So the last thing we got is just we got Devil Baby crying while Darius is trying to comfort him, and then the police show up at the storage unit, and we got the police outside. Curtis Metcalf, that was his first name. They think he's inside, and they got their guns drawn. They're ready to shoot because he's basically Iron Man, and they're scared of him. And Verge is just like, oh, Dad's gonna fucking kill me. And that's the end of the issue.
Oof.
Ooh.
Famously, not a whole lot of great things happen when young black men are encountered with cops with guns.
I mean, I don't know. I can't even make it funny.
I think you just did. But no,
I've also got something else for us.
Oh,
it's quickish on it.
Okay.
I have been rereading and book on taping this one series. And I just wrote down a quick synopsis of what the overall series is. And I just want to read this to you guys. Okay.
Okay. I'm interested.
All right. So this is a fantasy book series. It's 6 books long. The people of Alera have ruled their realm for all of modern history. Their realm is a ruthless one that its people have carved out their place in. While the Alerans have destroyed the children of the sun, the ice men to the north carry off people in the night, never to be seen again. The hardy men of the north are in an ongoing battle with these monsters, never letting their guard down lest another incursion breaks through their defenses. Their ancient foe from across the sea, the Kanem, are a constant threat that must be kept in check. 7-foot-tall creatures that resemble wolves more than man. They are a warrior society of such strength and ferociousness, Alara would be foolish to ever think herself truly safe from them. The Marat are a fierce collection of tribes who, along with their totem animals, have almost destroyed Alara in the recent past. They were barely driven off after taking the life of the rightful princeps of the realm, leaving the future uncertain and perilous. The only thing giving these people a chance at survival has been Furies and Fury crafting. Spirits of the elemental world around them, Alarans use these amazing creatures on a daily basis. Earth, water, air, wood, and metal. And fire. These Furies allow Alarans amazing powers that let them and heart that let them shape their world and rise as the rulers of it. Earthcrafters are strong beyond imagination, calling upon the bones of the world itself to give them power. Able to calm and guide animals or to encourage more base thoughts in humans, Earthcrafters are a lot to be reckoned with. Able to read the emotions of others, Watercrafters can employ their Furies in as many ways as the water itself can be used. Resistance to the signs of aging, these Alarans always look younger than they are, and as the gifted healers of the realm, they are an invaluable commodity. Stoking the fires of passion in others, Firecrafters are best known for their battle prowess. People that can build fears as much as passions, Firecrafters are always useful. Even things as simple as crafting the fury lamps that everyone in the realm uses, these folks are always in employ. Borrowing their speed from their elemental partners, Aircrafters can move through the world at a breakneck pace. Powerful Aircrafters can fly and even call lightning through their crafting, but even the most base Aircrafter can bend light to make veils or far viewings. Woodcrafters are most at home in the areas of their native element. Often asking the woods around them to bend and move like an eel, these crafters are expert archers as well as woodsmen. Able to shift the natural world around them. If you are near a tree, you might not see a woodcrafter even 3 feet in front of you. And metal crafters are a hard lot. Able to call on their weapons, they can forge, they can ignore fatigue and pain as dispassionate as the armaments they wield. These powerful crafters can hone the edge of their weapons to cut through solid stone or fortify their armor to turn away most any attack. And the truly gifted crafters can even call forth a physical personification of their Furies to aid them. From a stallion made of pure air to a stone hound hewn from the earth to a falcon of pure fire that doesn't burn its wielder while sitting on her arm, the Furies of Alara are truly fascinating creatures that allow their partners to shape the world around them. Every person in Alara has at least one, and many have multiple Furies. The high citizenry and lords may even have one Fury of every type. Every person except one boy from a valley named Tavi. Seen as a freak by the others of his realm, Tavi is soon to find himself caught in the middle of a dangerous and terrifying plot. Since the death of Princeps Gaius Septimus, the realm has had an unsure future to say the least. And now political coups and foreign enemies threaten the realm in a way that has never been seen before. Can the realm survive the storms to come? Who will rise up as a hero to protect the realm? And who is really bent on seeing its ruin? Will Alara be able to survive these battles?
Okay, that sounds very Game of Thronesy. Like
it is. The series I've been telling you is basically Game of Thrones meets Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
awesome.
Yeah, it's like Game of Thrones, but seems like they lean way more into the fantasy of it all. Like it doesn't seem grounded at all. Really, it's like no, we're going on.
So like instead of refrigerators, they use fire furies to pull the heat out of a fridge and keep things cool. So like they find ways for their furies to work with that. Like they have what are the things the Romans had that brings the water everywhere? Aqueducts. But they use water furies to make it go uphill. So cool. All these different types of things.
Yeah, and like practical uses for this stuff, not just like beating the shit out of each other with like fire and water and shit.
Exactly. It's a really intricate story. And if we want, I can do a couple chapters a week of that after we get through some more comics. But
okay. Yeah, guys.
I'll be honest, I've just been obsessed with it lately. And I was like, all right, I gotta pitch it.
It's like, I want to talk about this. Guys, let us know in the comments if that sounds up your alley. If you want to hear Jeff's roll off some bars of this series. What was the book series again?
The Codex Alera.
The Codex Alera. Oh, it just rolls right off the tongue. But yeah, guys, let us know. Let us know if you are interested in hearing.
It was fucking. It was gross.
Oh yeah, that's.
They start fucking. It was gross.
But let's move on to our.
That didn't work.
What?
I've been trying to add this loop that I made for reading rain years ago, so I don't have to keep hitting the fucking button. But then I look for it, and then it's
not there.
It won't let me move it over because it's file shit. But what's happening, y'all? What's going on, everybody in the chat? Who was that?
Eric Neely saying fire and water and poo.
That's what
I think it's fire and water and shit. Because as always,
that's right. Shout out to everybody out there. Othelius, Fifth Bantha, probably out there somewhere.
Eric Neely.
Eric Neely. Well, where's talking?
Film age.
What
up, homie?
Somebody tap talking turd. Somebody, I was about to say somebody tap Film Aids. There he is. Tell your friends, man. Make sure your friends know where they at. You know what I'm saying? It's 420.
Tell your friends, tell your wife, because we're having fun out here.
Exactly. It's 420 somewhere, baby. Get your ass up. And shout out to all the new members. We got 24 members right now.
Yeah.
24 members. So shout out to y'all and get if you're not on the train, man. I understand who wants to pay for stuff, but you know what? You can help us out and get faded.
Also, I know it's a little early because it's not Thursday, but shout out to Bill for Chimp Crazy, because good God, if that wasn't a fucked up docuseries. I need all the episodes now. Stop slow rolling me.
Yes. Chimp Crazy is crazy. And shout out to Fifth Bantha.
Oh, sorry.
Fifth Bantha was the one who recommended Chimp Crazy.
Okay. That's right.
Chimp Crazy.
And very accurate title. There are both chips, and it is crazy.
It's a very apt title, yeah.
Yeah.
But let's move on to our next topic of the night. We are talking Kite Man.
Hell yeah.
It is episode 7, Sexiest Villain Alive.
Dun dun dun.
With Bane, Luther. I'm sorry, I pronounced that wrong. Sexiest Villain Alive. Hell yeah. Oh god, the worst rap song probably ever created.
Agree to disagree.
With Bane, Luther, and Beast Mode in the running for Sexiest Villain Alive, Malice upgrades Bane's wardrobe to increase his chances, completing his look with a briefcase. Unbeknownst to her, the case contains the anti-life equation. Now, we talked a couple weeks ago about
one thing her dad has been searching for forever.
Forever. And we've been talking about, like, we talked about earlier in earlier episodes of how it's crazy how this hasn't been brought up yet. It's like the most interesting MacGuffin in the DC universe. What did you guys think about
which MacGuffin? Hold on.
Anti-life equation.
Yeah, finally it comes to light what it may be for. And maybe a glider is from Darkseid's side of the family.
Oh, maybe she's one of the new gods?
Yeah, because why would it react to her? You know what I mean? In a positive way. It's like a mother box, gravitating towards you. You know?
Oh, so it was the anti-life equation, not the ASMR?
No.
That's a gerbil chewing on a melon.
Asmar? What's
Asmar?
It's still wild to me that became a big thing. Just turn down the volume on your TV.
Oh, ASMR. I was like, what, ASMR is a real thing?
But yeah, it was interesting having blocking. I'm covering an R.
A hard R.
Yeah, that's the part that offends people anyway. Yeah, like, what did you guys think of the reintroduction of, or Jeff, like, what did you think of the reintroduction of the anti-life equation? here.
So I was kind of worried that it was just going to be a legit MacGuffin where it's literally like, this is ending the world. So I thought it was kind of hilarious that it was, because we get the scene where Malice finds it. And again, Darkseid's daughter, she's like, oh my God.
Right.
This is the perfect accessory for the ensemble.
That was a nice turn.
Right? And it was such a Kite Man, hell yeah, and Harley Quinn way to take something so big. I was actually really happy with it. I don't know what we're doing with her whole power thing with it. I could care less. I had fun with it just being what made Bane sexy.
Yeah, it was the pile resistant.
Resistant.
And I loved how everybody was pretty much ignoring him at first, and then all it took was a briefcase, and then they're like, "Oh God damn,
oh
Bane!"
My God, yeah.
Oh, it was so funny. Yeah, what did you think of Bane's just like continuing to be like probably the best comedic character on the show, Bill? Like, did you think that he was like, because like I don't know, I thought that every time we have a subplot with Bane, he's just cracking me up, and this was just another example.
I thought it was kind of goofy, kind of stupid, because they just needed him. They used him as a plot device this time. And they needed him to just get that briefcase to that party. They needed that briefcase to get to that party somehow. And they used Bane for it. And, it was cool, but it was like, he didn't win. So I thought it didn't pay off.
Well,
the briefcase should have,
Wait, whoa.
And what I'm saying? It's like losing sexiest man to Paul.
I think Beast Mode was disqualified, so it might be up for whoever had second is now one, right? Beast Mode's no more. He can't be the winner.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he doesn't even exist anymore. So I think that we need a recount for this clearly rigged.
Clearly rigged.
But yeah, then later on, meanwhile, Glider deduces that Helen can change Beast Mode back into Kite Man, so she nabs Helen's power controller with the help of Clayface. But only the real Helen's eyes can bypass the security. And I do want to talk about Helen a little bit more later because it does seem like she has some sort of agenda with the anti-life equation. But I'm curious how you guys felt about Clayface in this, because we're mainly you, Bill, because we're fans of the Harley Quinn show. We know about his character and how silly he is, and I personally like his.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Harley Quinn show, and I haven't seen it though. You know what I mean, so for me, it was wild because Clayface. I like Clayface because he is an actor, so they give him this crazy, over the top nature as a lot of actors are. He has less of a serial killer mindset than he does, right. And I never really read no comics with Clayface in it. Come to think of it. Yes, so I don't know what his temperament was in the comics, really. But if y'all know, put it in the comments. Yeah. But all I want to really do before I pass it off to Jeff, because I'm curious what he thought. I just want to say, make sure that you chat in the chat so that you have a chance to win the giveaway today. The giveaway is going. Is in the look. There's 5 entries right now, so there's only 5 of y'all who have really been commenting. So if you want to win, what are you gonna win? What are they gonna
win? They could win
Alex's shirt.
Yes, that's right. Because
not a shirt Alex wears, like the one on him right now.
It's
the last person who won didn't ever send us any information. So that gift is still up for grabs. It is not 1, not 2, but every single comic book of the popular comic Sweet Tooth, which is now a popular Netflix series. So if you want to read all the comics and watch all the shows,
which, by the way, that's a lot of comics. That's a great deal.
And it's a $600 value. Because you get a t-shirt, Drunk Banthas t-shirt too. $600 value.
Valued at $580.
Exactly. Valued at $827.
Eric Neely said, "What else?" You
get the t-shirt, and you get the books. So don't trip. And it's a pretty dope t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's
if you like clothes and reading.
You know what? You can get your choice of them. We got plenty of shirts, so and we got hoodies, but we're giving away t-shirts. So you can go on there and look at the merch and see which one you want. And you win this thing tonight. So yeah, make sure you chat, because if you don't chat, the more you chat, the better chances you have of winning the
Bill,
shirt.
I have a question about the giveaway and or the chat.
What's that?
Is it the more you chat, the more you get entered in, or is it just everyone, if they chat, gets one entry?
So yeah, you get entered in by chatting. So you chat one time, you're now entered. But the more you chat, the better chance you have of winning, because it's chosen randomly.
Got it.
The more times you chat, the more times you're entering in.
And there you go.
And so yeah, stuff the ballot and you can win, man. Last time the real racist dude won.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, but he didn't call us back. So well, what happened? Whatever happens, happens.
The fifth Bantha said our in-house appraiser says it's worth talking about the $600 value.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being so racist you don't want free shit?
Dude, I kept telling people, and that's why I'm telling people now, is like, I kept trying to tell people, like, yo, y'all gonna let this nigga win, and y'all gonna be mad at the end of this fucking podcast. And he won.
Oh my God.
It was actually great for me. So, dude, but ain't no racists in the channel right now. So,
Neely's going for that win, huh?
Start like reciting the Constitution. Hey,
filibustering the chat.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of energy that I need right there.
Yeah, we appreciate all the activity. But yeah, like
it's active.
But yeah, Jeff, how do you feel about just like the character of Clayface and like Harley Quinn and Kite Man and just like the silliness of it all?
I mean, for so many different reasons, I love it. The first and most obvious reason, Alan Tudyk.
So
who
great.
Does not love Alan Tudyk? And if you're that someone, I don't like you.
Yeah, we're officially not friends.
Yeah. Right. Uninvited from the barbecue that is technically not mine, but hey, I'm being white and deciding what happens there. Yeah. So
plus one. That's
no,
sure.
Jeff. Yeah, exactly.
So, but I mean, I love that. So what we usually see, and Bill, you actually said something that surprised me. I don't think I've ever read a comic with Clayface in it either. But
right, right? Wild, right?
But I mean, I've seen him in multiple different cartoons. I've seen him in multiple different games, and every time I've seen him, with the exception of one time, his mind has been broken from this change. Right. Whereas I like how in this one he just uses the change to keep being an actor, but still a shitty one.
Right? Yeah, he's still not very good.
It's the funniest thing. It's such a brilliant idea.
Yeah, and it also makes sense for the character for him to be like, this is a person who like was sacrificing his own health, so because of his vanity, he cared too much about what other people thought of him, about his appearance, which that's the business. But like I love how that's just like the same in this. It's just like played for comedy instead of tragedy, where it's just like he's just still incredibly obsessed with himself.
Exactly.
I just like you said, Alan Tudyk, great performance. And it's crazy that he played him and Joker on that show.
Do you want to hear a weird, random other DC character that Alan Tudyk played?
Oh, what?
Who?
Technically, it didn't make it to screen, but he played Peacemaker.
Wait, what?
Okay.
What?
So the Peacemaker opening theme song with that awesome fucking dance.
Yeah.
John Cena had some prior engagement and couldn't practice with any of them. Alan Tudyk's wife was the choreographer. So they had him stand in and dance as Peacemaker every time.
Oh,
and then John Cena had to learn it on his own and just come and do it with them all.
That's right. I actually do remember watching the behind the scenes on season 1 and seeing. I was like, what is Alan Tudyk doing here?
Right? And there you go.
That's amazing. That's In the chat, Eric says, I feel like Clayface put a lot of energy into trying to turn back into his old self.
I also love that he couldn't replicate the eyes, not because he's not good enough at transforming, or like he's never actually seen all the details of her eyes. No, he stared at the solar eclipse for 30 minutes.
Weird choice. Athelia says, I pledge no allegiance, nigga, fuck the president, speeches, immortal technique.
Well done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. YouTube was like, yo, do you want to show this? We are blocking this. We're blocking this comment. And I'm like, yo, I need to pay more attention because who knows how many I'm missing. Like, who knows how many comments are not like getting up because I have not approved them.
It seems so tedious considering the types of comments we tend to bring about.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Especially on the
That's the nicest way I could say that.
Especially on the Bantha Bus show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. That is crazy how they do it over there.
Yeah, that's true. They're wild over there.
Especially with the documentaries they cover. Whoo, crazy shit.
Yeah, buddy.
Moving on this episode, at the award ceremony, the Queen and Mo bring a toy man and insect queen as dates. The latter luring Mo back to lure Mo back to her house so she can kill him.
Lure him.
Shockingly, like praying mantises do.
Yeah, it's like you didn't see that coming,
right?
Damn,
I know.
And now I don't have the goddamn time to do it, and it doesn't even make sense, man.
You didn't see that coming?
Just start hitting all the buttons now.
I love that. What was the villain lady's name?
The Killer Queen.
No. Before that, the lady in charge of Villigans.
Oh, Helen.
I also love that she didn't see so it also comes to light that the entire reason she tricked Kite Man into getting the beast mode powers was so he would bring her the briefcase. Yet she's surprised that when you give someone douche powers, they don't do what you want.
Yeah, that's classic douche behavior. They're not gonna.
Right?
Yeah, it seems like she has some sort of agenda, but yeah, she's not great at staffing.
No.
Eric said, "Roll the dice and prove them all."
I am, man. I'm rolling all the dice. All of the die. They gonna die in this one.
They said in the chat, you see, YouTube see me coming and has to hit you with, "Yo, are you sure you want this motherfucker in here?" I feel like your comments are relatively tame, Othelius.
No, YouTube knows Othelius's comments, man. Fucking FD Signifier fucking called him out one night. Like he was like, he put it in a video. I think it's in the Kid and Play video.
Oh yeah, actually I do remember.
And he's like, yo, Othelius, I know you'll come after me, man. Just calm down. Let me finish the rest of my video. Just calm down. I was like, damn, did he just call out?
Oh, that's good.
He put his little emoji up. So I was like, oh, I know that's him.
Yeah, but like
YouTube knows him. He got a
You're like, oh, your Othelius is our Othelius.
Yeah, he got a rap sheet on YouTube.
Like those people you see getting in and out of Facebook jail every other week.
Yeah. I think except he's like a menace. He don't get in jail. He's like the Lex Luthor of YouTube.
Yeah, he's always avoiding jail somehow. Just like a very famous criminal. Speaking of famous criminals, like I really liked this very weird double date situation with like Queen of Fables and Mo are like in this weird sexual relationship, but they're also on this double date with the weirdest people on earth. And like
it's a fresh relationship though, so they can still see people right now.
Yeah, it's open and gross. It's
well, you know what was
literally
funny?
Half of them is rotting.
I just watched the night before yesterday. I just watched the episode of Archer where he goes on a double date with Lana and her husband, the billionaire husband, and it was like some weird parallels there that were fucking hilarious. Yeah. And I was like, this is kind of an old bit that's been done to death, but still works, man. Still works.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's because it's such a weird world. Like we always talk about Venture Brothers and how like they use the comedy.
Go Team Venture.
Go Team Venture. How Venture Brothers always like takes this sci-fi universe and the ridiculousness of it and finds the comedy in that. And like, you know, having fucking Queen of Fables and Mo make out with themselves / each other is just one of the weirdest visuals, but I love it. I loved how it went. And the journey to Queen of Fables finding her old body was really cool too.
Yeah.
Save that for the segue.
I mean, that's what do you mean?
I'm saying you're supposed to say that. You're supposed to throw it to Jeff. He says something, then you throw it back and you say, well, speaking of her being headless, what did you think about her finding her body?
Yeah, this is hosting 101. So you guys want to watch our podcast so you can learn how to do a podcast. We're here for you. But
you gotta have bits, man. You gotta have bits.
But what did you guys think of like Queen of Fables being reintroduced to her body?
Oh, Jeff, you go.
I thought it was interesting. I didn't think it was going to happen. So I thought it was actually a really interesting thing. And also, frankly, this whole her Mo's body is just getting weird, and I'm okay with getting away from it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it lasted as long as it needed to.
It would have been fine, I think, if he wasn't still half rotting.
I don't know how they're going to rectify that situation, the fact that he's half dead.
I can think of one thing.
Just kill him?
Well, it's in a briefcase.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There you
go. But yeah, like, are you excited about Queen of Fables getting her body back?
I don't know nothing about Queen of Fables, so yeah, I'm excited. I've never seen her with
literally.
You know,
imagine any fairy tale, and then imagine it as the most fucked up, murderous way you can.
I gotta read this comic because I hit show on the comment, but it won't show it still. So, like, it's not showing it on ours; it's showing it on YouTube. But Othelia said allegations, false allegations, and fuck FD. I'm that nigga biggest hater until he drops that Tyler Perry video like he promised. And then this one did show up for us.
I mean, that one I see. Yeah, I thought that's what you were talking about.
Then another one says, if you're watching this, stop being scared and drop that Tyler Perry video.
I would love it if this is the first time that FD tunes into our podcast. He's like,
he's clearly he's listened to our podcast before.
Friend of the show.
He suggested that people listen to us, but he probably hadn't looked at it since then. And he probably gonna check it out right now and be like, "What the hell is going on?"
That sounds like his mistake.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Just saying. Yeah, I did like Queen of Fables in Harley Quinn. She was played by Wanda Sykes on Harley Quinn. Super violent character. Can't wait to see her get back into her bag and be just.
Is she
the super
played by Wanda Sykes now?
No, she's played by I forget what the actress's name is, but she's like the principal from Abbott Elementary.
Oh, you said that last
night. She was still Wanda Sykes in this one.
You know what, man? That's crazy. I didn't. I'm learning all this stuff. I'm the nigga who don't know nothing about none of this, y'all. In case it was your first time watching.
Janelle James.
Yeah, I'm the nigga who don't nobody. Like, if you don't watch cartoons all the time and you don't know nothing about comics, all like that, you know what I'm saying? You know niggas' names, but you don't know those stories and shit. I'm the nigga to help you get through this. Okay? Because I don't know none of this shit either, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm learning it. I'm learning it as we go, and I hadn't seen the Harley Quinn show, so I think that's the best way to have seen this show so far is not knowing none of these niggas. I feel like I'm having more fun than y'all.
And Malice is voiced by the girl vampire from the What We Do in the Shadows show.
Yeah,
Natasha something.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Natasha something. She's great.
I could be 100% wrong. Oh, Natasha Demetriou.
Yes, I knew that her last name was troubling. I knew it was. Every time I tried to commit it to memory, I was like, nope, it's not going to stick.
It seems like the last name of a vampire.
Yeah. I think they said, shit, I'll send that nigga to that clip of this. He been ducking making that video for 2 years.
I think that's what he was calling him out for in the video. He's like, Othelius, don't send me nothing. Goddamn it. Don't make no comments. I haven't made the video yet. It is coming. Don't kill me.
But yeah,
hey, he getting it in the comments today. So shout out to shout out to FD, man.
Shout out to FD.
Blew up our channel single-handedly.
But I will say, speaking of Abbott Elementary, the showrunners for that show did create Harley Quinn and Kite Man. So I could see how.
And what?
Oh, sorry, Kite Man.
These nut.
Perfect timing.
Hey, man, sometimes I could be right on time.
But yeah, then later, Helen has the contest rigged in Beast Mode's favor, ordering him to distract Luther with an insulting victory speech while hummingbird drones hunt down the equation, which Luther has also located. The briefcase eventually lands in the possession of Glider, who, thanks to some ASMR and probably the anti-life equation,
Some ASMR,
finally gains control of her powers, and she forces Helen to let her access the power controller, restoring Kite Man and the two men their relationship. It's very sweet. What did you guys think? Because we kind of predicted that this was going to happen.
that was from He-Man.
Oh, is that?
Sure was.
What did you think of?
I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh.
But yeah, what did you guys think of this? Like this
What happened?
Kind of saw happen.
I'm joking. No, I didn't see this shit coming at all, man. She just turned into a goddamn superpower doppelganger person of herself.
Oh well, no, yeah, not that part. I meant the
what part are you talking about?
Kite Man, turning back to normal and then reconciling and him.
Kite Man.
That's the best power is himself.
I mean,
Whatever.
Did he realize that though, or did he just find out it was really awesome that his girlfriend saved the day? Because I don't feel like he actually learned any goddamn thing. He just
I'll disagree with you there, just because we got those few moments when Beast Mode was like, help, Glider, help, in the regular Kite Man voice. So I think he did realize and want to go back. And I think like it was one of those, like, obviously that was going to happen. Now the fact that he's going to get a threesome with his girlfriend and his girlfriend out of it, that's a little interesting.
It's different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a little multiple woman thing going on. What was that girl's name in Invincible?
Oh yeah, Kate.
Duplicate.
Yeah. Kate with a K.
Eric is right there with you. He says, I haven't watched Kite Man, so I have no idea. Yeah, but I think that he is a fan of Harley Quinn. But yeah, like Kite Man's brand new. It's got the same vibes. I'm definitely digging it.
It's good stuff.
And I think we get a new season of Harley Quinn coming out this year too.
Nice. I'll say this: the '80s episode is still my favorite episode.
Oh yeah,
the
time travel toilet.
Definitely. And you know what? You just made me forget that her mom. Oh shit! Sorry, I don't know what happened. Hey, that big diamond on my back. If you don't know what's going on,
big diamond on my back.
Main guy always gonna stay fly. Damn, hell yeah.
You could just come in at any moment of that song and you're like, yeah, that's terrible.
Is it weird to finally appreciate the ninja rap?
Yeah, this is composed by the same guy who wrote the ninja rap from TMNT.
Vanilla Ice?
No, bro. Stop.
Whoever his ghostwriter was.
Nah, man. Nah. We're not gonna be disrespectful, man. Vanilla Ice did not have a ghostwriter. We're not gonna sit up here and be disrespectful.
Are you trying to disrespect Robert Matthew Van Winkle? Forgot that was his last fucking name, by the way.
Yeah, no, I love it that that's his last name.
He says that song's so rich and white, like a cheesecake.
Yeah, that's It's cream cheese. It's thick and white.
Oh yeah.
You all know who the hell it is.
Eric said in the chat, I watched the first few minutes of the first episode, but turned it off for some reason and never watched it again. I should give it another chance. Yeah, when you got 20 minutes.
Right, man, hell yeah.
He said, "Nah, we can disrespect Vanilla Ice. Call Dr. Umar."
You guys are joking around, but I got a buddy getting married next weekend, and I'm bringing $50 just to tip the DJ to play that Kite Man song.
Hey, can you download Kite Man? Oh no, you don't have it. I have a flash drive right here.
Which type of flash drive is better for you?
USB 3 or USB?
You're way too prepared for this, sir. But guys, let us know if you watched this episode of Kite Man, if you enjoyed it, if you're enjoying the series so far. What do you think is going to happen with this anti-life equation?
I think that's an obvious one, don't you? She's going to use it to mind control everyone to go to Villigans so she can get more monies.
Oh, that's
nice
Helen's.
Simple. Yeah. That's Helen's plan. Lex, I think it's just Lex wants it because it's like the biggest bad guy MacGuffin.
Yeah. I think he just wants it just to have it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, Helen, she's all about the capitalism, so I can see her just using it as a way of making more money. Yeah, that all makes sense. But yeah, let's see how it all shakes out. I'm sure, hopefully, the good guys end up with the anti-life equation at the end.
Yeah.
Ophelia says in the chat, watch the whole bar scream. Hell yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Everybody knows the song already. It's like, oh yeah, that's all the way here.
I just video call Alex just so we can see how many people actually love that song.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Yeah, then you get to watch on video chat as I jump out of a window.
And the anti-life equation wins again.
He won't be jumping out of any windows. It'll be like way too. We don't live close enough to far enough from the ground to jump. You'll live and hurt a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, let us know what you thought of the season so far. But we're gonna move on to our last subject of the night. We are going to the lake, the Lady of the Lake, the new Apple TV Plus thriller series starring Natalie Portman. And I meant to have the
Moses Isaiah.
I
think look that up, nigga. Shit, don't trust me.
Just okay.
Just look it up.
Okay. Yeah, this I'll look it up after I just set up the show a little bit because it has been getting generally favorable reviews. I got 77% approval rating on
Moses Ingram.
I said Isaiah.
With a 77% approval rating and an average score of 7.10 on Rotten Tomatoes. Or sorry, 7
and 8. Okay, I was gonna say
7.10. Yeah, he's about 6'13".
Right.
But yeah, it's got 61. Sorry, yes, 61 out of 100 on Metacritic, based on 28 critics, which also indicates generally favorable reviews. And so yes, it's been really popular. I mean, it's been pretty well received so far. But before we get into like the story of it all, I'm curious, what were your initial thoughts on the whole season? Clayface?
You've never
He
seen
did.
Yes. I was hoping. I mean, not hope. I mean,
yeah, you were. We both were. It's fine.
But what about you, Bill? What were your
I've
initial
never heard about it before today.
Yeah, it was kind of a sleeper. Like Apple TV Plus is good for these sleeper series.
You have to be paying attention to your Apple TV Plus account to catch what's on because they don't have any advertising. Because, like, same thing with Amazon, dog. Like, they just put shit on because they don't really make money off of that. They don't care if people go see it or not. Like, they just made it. They paid everybody already. Like, Apple is not worried about movies and television to make money. And neither is Amazon. Yeah. It's just a gimmick to get you to spend more money with them and the other things that they do. So it's
Yes.
It's hard to catch what's actually hot with them. You know what I'm saying? It's
They just
not
want you to get these.
It's not really that hard. By the way, you are correct, Othelius. Bill just Isaiah, like that shit was close. Hey, Isaiah Ingram.
I was really hoping you were going to forget her last name again.
Hey, it was possible. I actually kind of did, and I just fixed it. But yeah, like there is one way to find out about the or keep up with the Apple TV Plus shows, and that's watching this channel right here, the Drunk Banthas podcast, the Nerds at Night channel, Drunk Banthas channel. That's where you come because we're the only niggas who cover them. Apparently, I couldn't even cheat off other niggas' paper this time and like look and see what other people said about it. Nobody else talking about it except us.
Yeah, it's we do have a lot. Yeah, there are a lot of Apple TV Plus shows that we've been covering out here for sure.
But you asked me how I feel about this series as a whole. First of all, I thought it was crazy gripping, like grip you like that good woman that you've been with before. You know how she grip you good. You be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Got me, because I was like.
It sounds like I don't know. It sounds like something our grandfather would say. Like, all right, I feel you.
Look, man,
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, don't be disrespectful, man. But yeah, it was a captivating show. You know, it starts out with. Or are you gonna do that?
No. I mean, yeah,
do you?
Well, let's do initial.
Okay, so I'll do that. Yeah, so. But yeah, like Padme, she does a great job in this one, as always. She
Matilda.
Does great. Matilda, I ain't going back that far. The assassin.
Yeah,
she
Leon the professional.
Yeah,
Leon.
Yeah. So yeah, she did a great job. Moses did a great job. Crazy. That's a wild name, Moses. Use a crazy that use. I don't know. Look, that's nasty work as a father to name your daughter Moses.
You're doing a lot.
That's nasty work. But
well, maybe he was planning on sending her down the river right after she was born.
He was like being prophetic with his children.
I'm sorry, we're about to.
No, you can go ahead and run through them. Like,
oh no, I was just gonna get it off of there real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Man, but yeah, she did a great job, even though I didn't like her. She was in Star Wars. So we got 2 Star Wars actresses in this TV show because she was what was it? The lady with the lightsaber.
Inquisitor, I guess.
Inquisitor, yeah. She was one of the Inquisitors. And she was the black girl, the main black girl in Obi-Wan.
Oh, in Obi-Wan?
Yeah, which is weird.
And I hated her in it. I did not like her in there. I thought she did a terrible job. Not saying she's a bad actress, but didn't like her in it, you know. So, like, big time rebound, huge bounce back. Didn't even recognize it was her until like the 5th episode. So, shout out to hair and makeup, you know. But how'd you feel about this?
I thought it was pretty darn good. Like pretty darn good. Yeah, like again, Natalie Portman is always awesome. Like so that didn't really surprise me.
Really though.
And I'll just go ahead and say she was my MVP of this, but like the story was also just like really interesting how they were just talking about all the different racial historical things that were happening at that moment. Just like that, it sort of raises the stakes for a lot of different things because it's not shit that we have to really worry about right now. So it was very, it was like, I don't know, it was, like you said, it was very gripping and interesting how it just tries to explore all these different things and surprisingly doesn't feel like it's trying to do too much.
No,
it feels like it all plays out pretty satisfyingly. And there might be some supernatural elements to it. I don't know. I want to get into that a little bit later. But yeah, like, do you want to talk about like the story a little bit? You were about to bring it up a little bit, like how it started, or do you want me to?
If you have something written down, you should read it, and then I'll come in and I'll fill in the gaps.
I don't have anything like written. Well, like just what the normal the setup of the story is. When the disappearance of a young girl grips the city of Baltimore on Thanksgiving 1966. lives of two women, Maddie Schwartz and Cleo Sherwood, converge. It's not Sherwood, is it? I thought it was Johnson. Anyway,
it's Cleo Johnson.
Like this. What the fuck? Wikipedia.
Yo, Wikipedia is wild. Wikipedia be sabotaging this show a lot.
They just.
Oh my god!
It's like Sherwood is probably what it was. It's Sherwood.
I just realized from now on, before we come on and do a show, I gotta go on Wikipedia and just start changing random shit.
The whole podcast
right.
by just you can do because Alex is Ron Burgundy for sure.
Right.
He is gonna Ron Burgundy. That's what you can just put in there.
Fuck yourself, San Francisco.
Moses Ingram plays a Cleo. I am Ron Burgundy.
But yeah, then that's the story. That's
No,
what,
did you finish?
yeah, that's like no, that was just like the
story. I
yeah.
wasn't paying attention. I'm joking.
But yeah, that's the basic setup for the show. It gets pretty intense as the series goes along because like it does feel like there are like some supernatural elements to it. Because after this little girl gets lost, Natalie Portman seems very distraught, and it's obviously harkening back to some traumatic episode that happened to her when she was younger. But then she just sort of like dream walks not dream walks, but like she just like happens to know exactly where
she just accidentally ran up on the spot. Like she knew. So look, yeah, she did happen to walk up on the where the child was left.
Mm-hmm.
I think, didn't she have some kind of dream?
Yeah, she had a dream before that about that.
Like there was like, yo, go there, basically. Like the little girl was talking to her or some shit.
Yeah.
And then she ended up going there, but that's also where she had, she was giving up neck up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she had her.
She was toting some throat over there. Actually, she didn't.
No, she didn't. Yeah, that's exactly.
She just let the dude. She just let the dude rub off on her leg. You know what I'm saying? But that was beautiful. It was a heartfelt moment between them two characters. They really developed right there.
It was awkward and sad.
It told us a lot about him. It told us a lot about her. But you know what I'm saying? Because it was the early moments in their life. But yeah, I think it was the reason that we even find her there. It's just a vehicle for us to be at the lake, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's the same lake that we find the lady in. And also, it's where she has sexual promiscuity take place. And it's also, a good place to drop a body.
Yeah, it seems like
apparently
good a place as any. And one of the things that makes me feel like maybe there's a little something supernatural going on that's just not like specifically explained, maybe kind of like Night Country when we were talking about True Detective, is like her interactions with this creepy fish guy. I forget what that character's name is.
Reggie. So
no, Arthur Curry.
Oh no, you mean the
white I guess there are two
Stefan. So Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. The last person that the little girl is seen with, people that she's seen with, is a Negro named Stefan. I mean, a Negro named Reggie.
Yes.
And a white Polish, I don't know, Nazi crazy boy or something. Like, he was crazy.
Yeah, he was just,
but I don't know. No, he was an American, and he was in the army in America, and he had been tested on in like Project Orange shit, and what was it? MK Ultra shit, and fucked his brain up, and yeah, he did weird things with fish. He used to they had this episode where he dropped minnows in the pool, in the tub, and jumped in with his drawers on, just with his underwear on, and a gas mask over his head, and just got into the water, into the tub. And I was like, yo, my man is wild, B.
Yes.
And like, I'm just like, yo, this nigga's grown, doing all this weird ass shit. Yo, what is going on, son? Like, what are we watching right now is what I'm thinking. And then his mama come in there and beat his ass. I was like, yo, what is going on, dog? I'm still so confused. This show has you so confused for a while, but you know what kept me going? These two female characters, man. Yeah. Like, they got, like, this is in the 1960s, right before, this is like the year before interracial marriage is made not illegal, or is legalized, I should say.
Yeah, in Baltimore, they legalized.
What up, TT? What up, TT? Everybody say what up to TT, man. He in the chat.
What up, TT?
TT, go check out TT's video. He shouted us out in the video on YouTube. Go check him out.
But just to your point, I was just gonna mention that this show takes place in 1966, and interracial marriage was legalized or like decriminalized in 1967. So it's very close to that time period. Where shit's still really tumultuous, and that end up being a pretty big plot point in this show. Yeah,
because she's smashing cheeks with she's letting the dude smash cheeks. I can't remember his name though. The black
Ferdy
police officer, Ferdy.
Because I remember hearing that, I was like, maybe that's short for Ferdinand.
That's his last name, isn't it?
No, his last name was like Drift or some shit. I can't remember.
Jesus, he got terrible. He got two terrible fucking names.
I remember it being like a monosyllabic like thing for his
Ferdy Platt.
Ferdy Platt.
That's right.
Okay,
yeah. With two T's.
Yeah, two T's. Like talking turd.
Hey.
But yeah, like the Jewish woman. Oh man, why did I just forget her name? Why did I forget what's her name? The character's name.
Maddie.
Seth's
Maddie. Yeah, Maddie. We start out seeing her just basically doing the regular old housewife stuff, going to the store, trying to do this, but she's also involved in politics. She's also involved in civil things civic things going through the city. You know what I'm saying? Goings on. Yeah. But nobody seems to think that she's Jewish. And they kind of pick on that a lot, like because she don't have a crazy big nose, I guess she's like not Jewish.
That was one of the wilder things where they were like that ended up coming up a lot, and I guess she's maybe one of the crazy things is there was a scene where a cop is talking to her and she says her last name is Schwartz. And he's like, "Oh, really? Holy shit!" She's like, "What?" It's like, I'm usually really good at picking out one of you guys." And then like her friend is like, "Yo, that's a little fucked up." And he's like, "Relax. I'm just saying that she has a nice nose." It's like, "Oh, that's even worse."
I was like,
dude's just sitting there like, "I usually have a better Judar."
Yeah, he's like, yeah. It's like back in I guess not too long ago when we were growing up, motherfuckers would be like, "Yeah, I'm usually good at picking out gays." I can't believe this.
The idea that they only use the word gays and not the phase.
Well, I cleaned it up.
It's a family show.
I was gonna say,
oh yeah.
I was gonna say it, but then I was like, why?
Yep. Yes.
Eric said it was Borat, actually. Yeah, that was wild, but it was obviously like a piece of shit character.
I'll tell you who wrote it. The 1960s. That's who wrote it. They called and they want their script back.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this was deep into the 60s, and I did really like the aesthetic of everything. Like the production design was really cool. And to your point about Natalie Portman's character, like as we're seeing the day to day with her, it's cool how they are showing the parallels between Moses' character and how her life is very much different, but also very similar in how she's also involved in politics.
Yeah, at first I thought maybe they were going down that road where it was like, oh, look at them, they're the same people. But it was like, no, they're not the same. Look at the benefits that they like. It showed their differences as much as it showed their similarities. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't actually the focus of their characters, though. Like they kind of give you the mindset that that's what they're going to do, but they end up not doing that. They do a very good job of these characters being good on their own, standing alone.
Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't any big speech where Moses is like, "You don't know what it's like to be a black woman,"
right? Yeah,
but they do have.
And there was no virtuistic moment of like, I guess there was like one moment, but there really was no real feel or vibe of like, let me be the white savior lady either.
Now, I will say, actually, could you pass me one of them bottles as I prepare
Oh
to make a
man,
point?
yeah, man, go ahead and mess up your life right there. Say something real stupid that gets us rich but makes you look crazy.
Well, I'm curious because like one of the things that that didn't really land with me that I think the show is trying to do is they were trying to show
landing is just falling with precision.
Style. Yeah, I thought that the way that they were trying to portray like the guilt of ambition of her character, like it didn't really land with me. Like it didn't seem like she was so thirsty to tell this story for like they made it seem like she was doing it it was like, oh, this is gonna reignite my writing career. But it seemed like I was already very invested in like the kid's life and all that stuff before she even thought about being a writer again. So I didn't buy the guilt of ambition side of it, or maybe they didn't do it enough. What about you?
There was only guilt. There was no guilt of ambition until she had the crazy fever dream where the little white girl came and talked to her in the fever dream in the penultimate episode.
Right? Yeah.
So because she even was like, "Bitch, I fucking trying to, I saved you, bitch." The fuck. And the little kid's like, "But did you save me because you wanted to or because you thought you had a good story?" And she's like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry, little girl. I'm sorry, I did, I fucked it up, I'm sorry." So that was a perfect reenactment, by the way, just so y'all know. There was no paraphrasing there. I
feel like I was there.
Exactly. Thank you. Matter of fact, I'll give myself an Emmy. Can I just go ahead and accept my Emmy right now?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do it right now. Okay. That's pretty much how it works.
Thank you. And that's it.
It did feel like, well, but I want to talk about that moment a little bit, but it does feel like even at the beginning with the narration from Moses, where she was like, it seemed like very judgmental of where she was like, "You just wanted to use my body to tell your story." But now, like, like it seemed like it was coming from a very judgmental place. It was like, I don't know where this hate's coming from.
Using your body, you being used to, be popular so somebody else can get popular.
But again, I don't think that popularity was her motivation. I think it was actually trying to tell these people's stories and trying to figure out what happened.
No, yes and no. It was the check. She needed a new place to stay. She needed a job. She just divorced her husband, or she's just left her husband. Like, she was trying to figure it out, and she was trying to figure it out in a way. That's what I thought was interesting about her character. She was trying to figure it out like I'm a woman. I don't have any rights. Like what was trippy, Clayface. Jeff, this was what was really wild for real.
Let's hear it.
This lady can't sell her house because she's married still.
Yeah, that's not her property.
I'm like, yo, because you forget it. Yeah, what I say, her house? Yeah, she can't sell her car because she's married still. And I'm just like, yo, you be forgetting about shit like that. But like, yo, my mom was born in the 60s. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is not that long ago.
This isn't even like our grandparents' era. It is literally our parents.
Right. So I'm just like, yo, it really does hit home like how hard it was for this lady. And now she's got, we're older. Not old, but we're older, and we realize what it is to have had a dream. And then what would it be like if that dream was just squashed out because you were a girl? Like, that's it. Yeah. Just because you're female is like, oh, you can't be a person who participates in society.
Right. 70% of opportunities in life are not, that door has been closed to you. You can only be these like 6 things.
Right. And her fucking husband was a terrible person to her. Like, just talk shit to her, say shit. Like you could tell there was a genuine love there, but he's just like, gonna just talk to the bitch any kind of way.
Yeah.
And her son was a terrible person. He's my terrible MVP. I want to hear who your terrible person MVP is later. But this bitch ass nigga, let me tell you something. This fool ass little boy, that motherfucker need to be slapped in the mouth. Now, apparently he's some like child actor who's, about to blow through the roof. You know what I'm saying? When he become 20 something, he gonna dominate Hollywood. But
he was good.
Yeah, he was good. I hated him. Nigga was really good at his job because I hated him. But it just goes to show you, like, just be like, your son feels comfortable just talking to you any kind of way just because you're a woman. It's like he kept telling his mama to get the food on the table, lady.
Right.
Go back in there and cook some food.
Well,
sorry.
I mean, was it dinner time? Where was the fucking food? I mean, let's not just assume the kid's a dick.
It's like it was after 4.
And it is funny, like it's two factors. Like one, we see how his father treats his wife. He's like, oh, you put the brisket on the dairy plate. Now we have to throw out the entire meal. It's like, are you fucking insane? You know how hard it was to cook all that food?
Just because you put God it on the wrong survive. Plate? God will be all right with it. Goddamn.
So we already see how he treats her on a day-to-day basis, but also, sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say that he also, like, the whole premise is she's concerned about a little girl who's out there lost, who's related to people who they know. Like, but also what we don't know is that is her son's sister.
Yeah. We find
they never really hit on that because we find out that the Duncan girl's father had a relationship with look, I'm about to break down some crazy white shit. White people have crazy shit like this. Now, this is about to be some crazy ass white shit now. Listen to this now. Listen to this.
Who ordered the white rice?
So Maddie, Natalie Portman's character, has a relationship with Duncan, we're just gonna call him Duncan. I can't remember his first name, but his last name's Duncan. The Duncan girl who gets lost. Her father and Maddie had a relationship in high school.
Oh, okay.
Duncan's father took her from Duncan Jr. So, do you follow now?
Yeah, Mr. Duncan,
the dude she was in high school with,
son's girlfriend,
his father decided he was going to take his girlfriend from him, and
he could probably provide better,
Talking to kosher etiquette is quite strange. I hope he was talking about that specifically.
Well, I don't know what's oh man, he's not. But kosher etiquette is strange. As you have to let me have your girlfriend when you bring him. My son has to bring his girl to me. But like, yeah, he was on some weird shit like that. They go deeper into that. But then later on, her, Duncan, he comes up to her like, yo, I'm sorry. I know how bad my dad was. He was a fucking piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. Da da da. And then they bop cheeks. You know what I'm saying? They
trauma sex.
A lot of finger popping going down. Well, then she gets pregnant with her son. But her son doesn't, and her husband don't know that Duncan is the one that got her pregnant.
Yeah. So she was already married to him at the time, or they were just dating?
I don't even think she knew him yet.
No, she had said that he was like on a business trip or something like that. That's why he wasn't at the party. Because he was like, "Where's Walter?" She's like,
maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. But we'll say that. But regardless, nobody knew that the little shithead son was, Duncan's son. But I just realized it right here sitting now that the little girl was Duncan's daughter.
Yeah.
And so that was technically the little boy's sister.
Yeah.
So that's why she was so distraught and like, yo, we have to go look for this little girl. And then on top of that, she was mad at her son because she's like, yo, you little bitch, that's your sister out there. You talking about you don't want to fucking find her? Your sister is missing.
Right. Yeah.
But she can't tell him that.
Right.
Ooh, shit. That shit just got deeper, son.
And because
I'm gonna have to rewatch this shit.
because he doesn't like we do find out that he does discover through one of Maddie's diaries that that Walter isn't his father, but he still doesn't know who his father is. He still doesn't know that it's the Duncan guy. So he still doesn't have that emotional attachment to their family. But you can see how, like, once that secret is revealed, we see why he's had so much resentment as well. Not only just because, well, he sees Walter treating her like a piece of shit, but he's also just got this underlying anger towards her because she's like, I know why you treat me different now.
He does have a moment later where he sees Duncan when Maddie's in the hospital.
Right.
And he's like, holy shit, this nigga just brought flowers to my mom. My dad ain't even here.
Yeah.
This is my daddy right here. You could tell he kind of looked at him like, I look like this dude. And you could tell Duncan was looking at him like, man, a lot of boys had that name.
Shut up, girl.
Shut up, little boy. Everybody look like me. I look like a lot of people. Shut up, little boy.
I will say Duncan's fake beard was awful. Like, because he's like clean shaven in the flashback, and I was like, oh, that's what he looks like as a normal human
Seriously?
being.
I never
having this stupid beard.
People
better or worse than For All Mankind season 4?
Oh, better.
Wait.
With what's his face?
Oh yeah,
Ed's.
Actually, yeah,
Ed's
it's
beard, yeah.
better than Ed's. It's
Way better than Ed's. Way better than Ed's.
Bro, that was just what are you doing?
My God,
I forgot about that.
And because
I won't let you.
Duncan's was bad, but it wasn't. Oh my God,
Now I gotta see if I can.
it was so bad.
But while
what was up? Oh, so yeah, so just to talk about Chloe. Oh, Cleo Johnson.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Cleo.
Cleo, she got a lifestyle that's a little different, of course, than our other protagonists. She lives a life of, well, first of all, I didn't even know this. She plays a woman who works as a mannequin, basically.
Yeah.
So they used to have like just people, well, I guess just black people and midgets because they had, or little people. What do they call it? People who
LPs?
suffer from dwarfism. Or
And they call those ones dwarfs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know which one it was because he was sitting down in a elf
I just
outfit.
stick with the LP.
He was sitting down in an elf outfit. So yeah, little person. But like, I guess they were the only people that they would do this with. I don't know, but I didn't do any research on that. But yeah, she plays a window shopper mannequin, and she's wearing clothes that people want. And just so happens, our characters cross paths. And what's her? Maddie? What did she have on there? What got on her?
It was the
lamb's
brisket.
blood. She went to the butcher to get some lamb because it's kosher, and then they got the blood on her. And so then she was going to this speech. She had to get a shirt. She got to get a new dress, and boom, there was our other character, Cleo Johnson, wearing the outfit. She said, "Let me get that shit." They got it up off of her, and that's the first time they crossed paths. But you see the contrast in their lifestyles. Mm-hmm. And Cleo then goes back home to pick up her kids. We see my favorite, my MVP, Slappy Black Johnson. That is the best nigga name ever.
That cannot be someone's actual name in this shit.
Slappy Black. I said, yeah, boy.
Slappy Johnson.
That's my boy, Slappy Black Johnson. I don't even know if he had a first name.
I think they always just called him Slap.
They just called him Slappy. And so, yeah, her husband, Slappy, is not a good father. He's a great husband. He's a great guy. Not a great.
How is that a real character?
His middle initial is P. Slap P Johnson.
Stupid. Slap P Johnson. P. That's two E's after the P. P-E-E Johnson. Oh man, but yeah, no. When we get introduced to him, we find out quick, he's not a good father, doing crazy shit, wilding out. He don't got a job. He's a comedian, stand-up comedian, got no job. Stand-up comedian in the 60s. You basically do podcasts and watch.
That was you were unemployed.
Yeah. You wash dishes and for a living or do a podcast. That's what you do. Because you're not making any money. Do a stand-up in the 60s. Even now, you're not making good money, great money. Shout out to all them broke artists out there. But
we love you.
Yeah, we love y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. We give y'all a little shout out. That's all you get. But then we realize she works like she takes her kids to her mama's house, drops off, and I go to the night job. She works at the numbers spot. She works at the juke joint, the hot spot in Baltimore. What is it called?
Juke joint.
The Pharaoh?
I think it was the Pharaoh. I think it's the Pharaoh.
And
no, I'm sorry, back up. It's a club that mostly Jewish people hang out at, and it's called the Pharaoh.
No, we were talking about the black people.
Okay. Very okay. Back in it. I'm in it. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, the black
still
people.
Weird.
Still very
less weird. Less weird.
Less weird. But
I'm sure. I wonder if there's any thing to be said about that. I don't know. But you know what? One of the most exciting things.
Was done.
Oh, listen to that one's done.
Okay.
But one of I'm sure
you're talking about tequila, aren't you?
Oh yes, absolutely.
It only had a tiny.
Proud to be your friends.
But one of the more exciting things about this show for me was what I'm sure you're about to bring up is who was running the Pharaoh.
Yeah, Alex, we happen to be in a little town called Baltimore. Some people call it BMO. You know what I'm saying? And where people talk very weird. They say things like, instead of Tuesday, they say things like Tuesday. And don't make fun, because you'll end up talking like that. I promise you. It's very upsetting. Do not make fun of them, but you can't say anything like loose or twos or where you going. Hey, I ain't what are you laughing?
Sorry.
Don't laugh at my voice.
I'm not.
No, that's not what we're laughing at.
But yeah, so we have a character in there that is a gangster, and we've been knowing him as a gangster. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say that this man is the great grandfather of the one and only Avon Barksdale. What's his name? Harris. What's his name?
Wood Harris.
Wood Harris. Shout out to Wood Harris, Black All-Star, motherfucker. Yeah, man, I was so goddamn happy to see that nigga in this. You have no idea. I was like, son of a bitch, we in BMO, and we got the nigga who made BMO hot, like made BMO, put BMO on the map.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
He running numbers. He got a crazy name too. Shill Gordon.
Yeah, Shell Gordon.
Shell Gordon. What the hell is a shell?
Yeah, his name's probably Shelby or something.
Somebody shout out, put it in the comments. Have you heard anybody named Shell? By the way, we're doing a giveaway, so the more comments you make, the more chances you have of winning the giveaway. At the end of the show, we're gonna do that. Give off that thing, whatever. Hit us up in the DMs. Go ahead, Alex.
Oh no! I was just gonna say how much.
I'll take it back. No,
I was gonna say how much I love Wood Harris, and it was great seeing him, and how underrated of an actor he is. He should be in more stuff. I remember seeing Blade Runner 2049, and he pops up in a very small character in the middle of it. I was like, this guy should have been the lead of the movie. And when you got Wood Harris just being the third cop in this movie,
you think that he should have been over Ryan Gosling?
As much as I love Ryan Gosling, I would have loved to have seen Wood Harris in that role.
I'm not disagreeing. I would have actually gone to see the movie.
Ryan Gosling has enough.
Spoiler alert! I haven't seen the movie, but
Ryan Gosling has enough. I feel like just give it to Wood.
Enough.
Give it to Wood.
You're right. He's got enough. Shout out to you, Ryan, friend of the show.
But I did like his character.
Our character. Cleo, she runs she does the books for the numbers that that's going on. Actually, she just runs the books for the club.
Right.
But she doesn't run the books for the numbers, the illegal lottery that they're running back in the day. I keep saying numbers like everybody understands that. Back in the day, before the lottery existed, there used to be this thing in the hood called running numbers. And you would do just like you do with a lotto ticket. You pick, you pay for it, you tell your person your number, you write your number down, or they write your number down, then they send it back. And whoever got that number on the week that they finally released the number, that person won money. Or maybe a lot of people win, maybe only one person win, but y'all get it. The concept is a lottery. What the government did was shut down those lottery systems because that was the only way that they could get at certain black gangsters who were selling drugs and doing all kind of other things, selling women, sex workers, and sex workers and also sex trafficking. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
It could be separate. Those things can be two separate things.
Mutually exclusive to.
They're not mutually exclusive. Yeah. To the world of promiscuity and I don't want to say darkness because they always
selling ass.
He's popping cheeks, man. These niggas is selling pussy, man. Come on, man. But anyway, they use that as a way to shut down certain operations that these criminals were using in the black community. And then as soon as they made it illegal for people to do it, they created the lottery. Literally, that's the only reason you have the lottery is fact.
Yeah. There's even like a weird little tongue-in-cheek line in the show. I can't even remember what the line was, but it felt like one of those every time you have like a comedy that's set in the past where like they'll comment on something in the future is like Google, that's a weird name. No one's gonna
to paraphrase John Mulaney, and they're gonna insinuate a white man wrote Johnny Be Good, so we're gonna take that from him.
Right,
like it almost seemed like comedic when they brought it up for that moment.
It did, but it also seemed comedic in the sense like Kendrick Lamar's delivering a line that is educating you, but it also is like, oh, that was fly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, like it does a good job of chewing in its gum and walking at the same time. And I do want to do that. I mean, I can't, but this some people can.
Oh, man.
Some people are that talented.
Crazy.
But I do want to like since you brought up like the differences between these two characters.
Did I?
Yeah. Like
that's like, literally all I've been saying this entire time,
huh? But there was an interesting moment when they see each other for the first time. Again, I just like want to just dive into the
go ahead. Yeah, I'm done. I've already done all the build up.
Yeah. Talk about like sort of the potential supernatural aspect of it, like that first moment when they meet each other. There is the bloody dress right where she ends up getting stabbed later on. And, also with all the dreams that her and Cleo are having, and the conversation that she has with Stefan, where he says to her, well, that there's a reason why all these things keep connecting to you. Like there's a reason why you're connected to all these things. It's not just like coincidence. It's not just happenstance. Of course, he's crazy, so you can only take what he has to say with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I think it was more so saying
strange that's going on.
I think he was more so saying like you don't need to be worried about. Like I think he was saying, it is crazy. This person died, but it all seems to connect back to you. Mm-hmm. And I think that kind of created a guilt thing for her. But it wasn't that it connected back to her. It's just that she was seeking something so passionately without with complete disregard of everybody else's feelings. Mm. Because she was trying to get control of her feelings. Like she's trying to get control of her life. She was grasping, she's falling and she can't get up. She need to hit the goddamn, what is it? Safe light? What is that shit? I don't even know what it is. Life alert. Yeah. She need the goddamn life alert. Hit that goddamn life alert. Because look, she leaves her son with a fucking weird ass in like baby child, man child who's incapable of taking care of himself. And her son is like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Why'd you just leave me? And which is a good question. Like, why did you just up and leave? Like all of a sudden, like you ain't got no kids, bitch. Like that is wild. But that just goes to show how off the wall, like off the rails things had gone for her. Like we know enough about mental health now and know enough about, you know, just being an adult that we can look at that and just go, oh, she's not just being weird. She's not just being crazy. Like this shit sucks. Like, like her life is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. And you get the sense, even though she's rich and white and, you know, she's one of those good-looking Jews, as racist
she's a good
Jew would say. She's
a good Jew. Couldn't even tell by the nose.
Being a woman and Jewish in 1966 in Baltimore is still came with a lot of hurdles that you had to overcome. It's like it's funny showing
like 3 or 4,
just like just a couple. Yeah, and it's interesting just showing the levels of oppression. Like how everybody had their own struggle. Like one of my favorite quotes from Dave Chappelle, where he says, "You can't do comparative suffering. You suffer, I suffer. Like we all suffer differently, but like you start playing the game of who suffers more. That's where madness leads." So I'm paraphrasing what he said, but
yeah, what they say, paraphrasing. They say,
are we not doing paraphrasing anymore?
They say comparison is the absence of joy.
Yeah,
or the killer of joy, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, actually, yeah, because like if you're worried about what somebody else has, you're never going to appreciate what you have. But so yeah, like just getting back to the all this, like, so you don't feel like the it was more just like a stylistic choice with like the dreams and like the stab mark with the bloody.
No, I mean it was all foreshadowing. What do we say? I need to get a drop for that too. I need a lot of drops. Cough drop. What we need to do, I mean, what I think is the most important thing in a show, a television show, at least here at the Drunk Banthas channel and NerdsAtNite now, foreshadowing. You gotta have foreshadowing, not boobs. I know a lot of you out there were thinking boobs. There are no boobs in this television show.
What's the point?
Women rights.
Girls get it done.
Girls get it done. Exactly. Girls do get it. Why can't I say it? Girls did it done.
Girls did it.
Girl did it done, man. Girl did it done. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, girls get it done. Y'all can have it.
But yeah, there is a lot of foreshadowing and everything.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. Foreshadowing, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of foreshadowing, and I guess it could be seen as like a stylistic choice, but I personally feel like it's left to be a little bit more like True Detective, Night Country, ambiguous. It's like, could there be something supernatural going on? That's up for the audience to decide.
I don't know if it's supernatural as much as it is this character has foresight. Because
like a fifth sense.
Yeah, and let's just talk about a little bit since we got to get to who is the lady in the lake, right? Like, so Cleo's best friend, Dora, is a singer in the club. And we find out later that they both snuck in when they was like 16 years old and got caught. And the way basically Dora ended up being able to sing, getting a job or residency, if you will, while she was there sneaking in.
Yeah,
it's a great fucking come up. Fail upwards, like for sure. So yeah, Dora becomes this great singer, even though both of them were trying to get on stage. Dora was the one who actually had the nuts to get up there and do it. You know what I'm saying? It was fuck it. I was about to hit the
these nut.
But anyway.
I'm glad you decided against you
yeah,
better.
I didn't do it. It was too late to try it. But yeah, so yeah, Cleo didn't have the nuts to do it, so she just became the numbers girl, right? She just became a bartender who makes little bit of money here and there, but Dora became the star. So Reggie is basically gifted her in some kind of way, is what they say. Like Reggie is giving this lady, and they keep her doped up on heroin to make her still sleep with Reggie. You did not like Reggie.
Reggie and Dora's relationship was crazy because like they imply, like Dora implies that maybe that there actually is a romantic like attraction to him. Like Cleo says, well, you didn't really start getting all these perks until Reggie got sweet on you. And then Dora's like, well, maybe I'm sweet on Reggie too. It was like maybe that's not maybe it's not a one-way street.
But that's a baby from a girl who's a hoe.
Yeah, she's like smacked out on
Sorry
at the time.
Shout out to all the hoes. I'm not saying you bad people. You just make bad decisions. I'm just saying you make bad decisions sometimes as a hoe. And she had made some bad decisions.
Yeah, speaking of bad decisions, could you hand me the bottle? I'm gonna take another shot. But yeah, like it does boogie that guy. Yeah, it does seem like there could be a lot to be implied about how much they cared about each other. But it is there's definitely it can definitely be inferred that Reggie really strongly cared for Dora, considering how things shaked out at the end with
that nigga didn't care about her. He kept feeding her dope so that she could have sex with him.
Actually, he cared about her like Thanos loved Gamora. It's like he thinks
Jesus
he really
Christ.
He thinks he really loves her, but like
the most pure love there is.
Right? I don't need nobody to love me like that.
Well,
let me die, man.
Well, I only say that too because like I remember
don't let me die.
I remember watching this video around the time that movie came out, and like someone made a YouTube video about how they were offended by Infinity War because they were trying to imply that like Thanos, the way Thanos treated Gamora is like that's what real love is because that's what unlocked the thing and da 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 da. But it's like I know, and that made me really mad, just because like that's what his idea of love is. It's really fucked up.
This is like PETA getting mad and thinking no one should have pets at all. You started with a good premise. You took it too far.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that's what makes you mad, because what makes me upset about that is that you're talking about what's real in a comic book movie. You're talking about a movie, not just a movie, but a comic book movie. And you're talking about what's real?
Right. It's like, do you want to like break down the rules of the space stone? Grants wishes?
While we're at it, let's figure out how we get that sword out of the stone. What the kind of shit?
Yeah, I just thought that was weird, but like
glad you said it though.
So that comparison, like this is a not good person. Reggie is a piece of shit, and he's been treating this woman terribly. But in his own fucked up mind, he really cares for her. Talking Turd says, I once knew a pimp called Papa Paradise. That's a great name.
I'm here for it.
Othelio says a pimp named Billiam.
Yeah,
a pimp named Billiam. You gotta say the whole word.
Back in my day, we used to tell a bitch, kick rocks and get my money.
Eric Neely says he loved her the way God loves us, which is why we killed everyone on Earth once. Or why he killed everyone on Earth once. Yeah, exactly. Everybody loves different. God loved us so much, he decided he'd kill half of the entire world's population.
Everybody love everybody. That was God. He came in. Everybody love everybody.
It just came in like Jackie Moon and drowned.
Everybody love everybody. Just kill everybody who's talking. If you say something back, if you speak back, then you get. If you talk back, you get killed. Man.
Talking turd, yes, the Christian God is rather partial to smiting.
Yeah,
but yeah, this is
he must have been exterminator.
Now, how did you feel about the way that the
Must have been German.
How did you feel about the way? Speaking of German, well, no, they were Polish. But anyway, how did you feel about the way that the show ended? Because things start to wrap up in not the penultimate episode, but the episode 5.
Can we talk? Yeah, stab.
Yeah. So like Maddie, she starts to figure out the very vast mystery that's going on.
Well, before we talk about that,
okay.
I want to stick to the Negroes a little bit here, because I do want you to talk about Reggie, because you didn't talk about Reggie himself, because we want to talk about them characters. How did you feel about Reggie, his performance, the character, the actor? Clay, Jeff, you got the name up probably already. Sure. What's this nigga's name? Reggie. His the real character's name.
Oh yeah,
I mean the actor's name. Excuse me.
Josiah Cross.
Josiah Cross. So yeah, Alex, Josiah Cross. How did you feel about his performance? Because we was talking about it. Don't be nice, nigga. Don't act. Don't sit here and act like we not podding, okay?
I thought that the more that the show went on, the less I liked Reggie. Because honestly, and I think it's also like it's two things. One, his voice was really fucking weird.
I'm gonna tell you, he talked like this.
It just sounded so put on.
So hey Jeff, I'm gonna tell you something. I got some things I gotta do, but I'm gonna come back later. I'm gonna holler at you.
I gotta hear this guy.
One of the things you should do is get it in an inhaler.
Like, dude, you need some music next? I got some music next.
It sounded very fake, even if that is what his real voice sounds like. I don't know, but
dude, I hope it's not. I really hope it's not. Now that I didn't even think about that until you just said it, but now I hope it's not.
But I do feel like it was well used early in the show. Like the first couple of episodes, I liked how little he was used. He just seemed like a creepy, shadowy figure.
He had a big ass.
Yeah, he had the scar on his face.
No, he had a big black eye from getting beat the fuck up, because we find out 5 episodes later he's a boxer. But yeah, so he got into he was in a fight that I guess everybody was aware of. He got punched in the face, black eye.
Black guy with the black eye.
Then the police were looking for a black guy with.
I'm glad someone said it. I couldn't.
Police were looking for a black guy with a black eye, because they were like, that was the last person that saw, one of the last people who saw the little girl who died. So yeah, his character was like very interesting at first, but when they kept talking to him, he kept saying things like, "Hey, you know," because he had that Baltimore accent still. He still had the Baltimore accent. You want me to go down there and get me about 2 of them? So yeah,
I don't hang out with the G's.
I don't hang out with Jews. No, Mr. What was his name?
Mr. Gordon.
Mr. Gordon.
God, I hated his fucking voice.
When he said Mr. Gordon, that nigga sounded like an old slave.
Yeah, he sounded like fucking Samuel Jackson and Django.
Hey, now, how you doing there, Mr. Gordon? Yeah, now they say they got a girl down there. It ain't none of my business. Look, even the shit when he said stuff that was supposed to be slick and sly, the dude said, like they went to the elevator to go burn the books down and shit, burn the hotel down. And the dude the elevator guy looks at him and he goes, "I thought you were supposed to be at the tracks." He said, "Now what you know about where I'm supposed to be?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, how you know about what I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be?
Yeah, like,
and I was like, if this motherfucker don't stop with this goddamn voice.
I did like that line, but yeah, but again, that's when I was still kind of. Well, no, I fell out with about that. But yeah, like
he came up a little bit more for you.
I like the line a lot, like because he says, "I thought you were supposed to be here." It's like, what do you know about my supposed to be? I was like, oh shit, okay,
you said it wrong, nigga. What do you know about my supposed
I just didn't
to be?
want to do the voice anymore. It makes me sad. But yeah, no.
Because if he sounds like that in real life, yeah, well, man.
But he was a piece of shit character who just like happened to like have this weird connection with the kidnapping of the little girl and also the relationship with Dora and Cleo.
And you happen to be forgetting about this assassination attempt that took place on the Congresswoman.
Yeah, that's right. There's like there's a big election that's going on with the Congresswoman Summer Walker. And yeah, like and one of her biggest advocates, Cleo, is kind of caught up and has to basically set up the hit.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Look, the politician wouldn't give Cleo the job. Cleo's over there sticking up for her against her boss, her nighttime boss, who's a gangster who kills people. And I'm out here sticking my neck up for you. But then you won't give me a job, but you want me to do free work? Like, hold up, bitch. You got me fucked up.
Pretty sure it's called slavery.
That's what that is. That's what that is. You done enslaved me back into slavery.
And it's kind of fucked up because you see where the
kind of.
Well, you see where
you're just supposed to keep talking when I say
that's what
don't worry about what I'm saying. It's just, I was thinking the other day.
But anyway, there was you do see like how the politician, she's put in a weird place because like she's like, I'm gonna lose my sponsors if I do hire you, and you already know how badly I need these sponsors so I don't have to borrow money from people like fucking Shell Gordon. It's like she's caught in this weird situation too. She's like, I'm trying to be clean, and unfortunately I had to do something fucked up.
You know what she should have told her?
These nuts. Got him.
Fuck that, dog. No, because you can't just be like
outside, nerd. Get out. Go.
Yeah.
You can't do me like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So fuck you, man.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
Yeah.
It's like I was mad, man. She just made an excuse and then you're supposed to be the righteous lady. That didn't deserve her to have what was it? Amos and Andy running up on her, fucking trying to kill her in her house. Like that was the worst assassination attempt in life.
Yeah, they sucked. This got the worst. The worst assassinators.
Like got Craig David to take some niggas to assassinate some people. I don't know. Craig was mad. That's his name, right? Craig, not Craig David. The dude from Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah. That's
Craig Robinson.
Craig David is the R&B singer.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Yeah,
it won't be on. Does it hold up?
Because everyone knows it does.
But yeah, that was definitely a really crazy situation, and all that kind of leads to Cleo being in a lot of hot water.
Othelio said, "I'm the king of drops." Bill, king of drops. Yeah. I am king of the drops.
Yeah, we do see how she gets caught up in this really crazy situation where she does have to essentially fake her death for Dora's tragic demise from overdosing on heroin. Leads to this unfortunate opportunity where Reggie and Cleo can fake Cleo's death, and she can move a little bit more freely without all this heat from the cops and Avon Barksdale trying to kill her.
That's right. Dora is the one who actually died, and it's a twist. Dora is the lady in the lake.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. All that heroin, man, it'll get you. Yeah, you're laying up in the lake now, dude. And yeah, of course, the water, when you've been in water and not alive for a very long time, your body decomposes in a way which basically makes you unidentifiable.
Yeah.
Especially back then when dental records and stuff weren't really up to date like they are now.
Right. Yeah,
so I hope I'm not talking too low because I guess, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a good podcaster today. I'm like,
you're doing good, man.
I'm doing all right. I think I'll just do H.
John Benjamin first.
Yeah. I think that's what I'll do.
Do we already go over our MVPs of the?
Well, we went over our MVPs that we hate the most.
You literally said your MVP within the first 3 minutes of talking about this show.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was like, yes, Natalie Portman. Yes,
and Bill is correct. Bill did his MVP that he hates.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
So we're
I
on
did-
opposite sides of the spectrum now. So
I did
now
the
you
one
need to
that I
say who
like
you
too.
like.
I did who I like. I did
Okay.
who I like too. I said,
Oh yeah, Slap
Slappy
Johnson,
Black.
Yeah.
Alex, you're being very disrespectful. You need to call him Slappy Black. That's what his mother named him.
Yeah, probably. Honestly, I have no idea. I liked him a lot, except for like there were some moments where he had to be like very dramatic and intense that I don't feel like he pulled off as well. But I thought he was like really.
Yeah.
I thought he was really good in like especially the stand up moments and just that affable fuck up. It's like if this was, the early 2000s, he'd be played by Adam Sandler.
But he
He's just
wasn't
like that guy.
But he wasn't a fuck up though. Like, he was getting it together, is what I should say. And I have to disagree with you because that one scene where at the funeral, he killed that. He killed that, and then he got even better when he was in prison or in jail, whatever you want to call it.
I did like the interrogation, or not interrogation scene, the prison scene, I guess.
Yeah, the visitation.
The visitation scene. Yeah, that was good.
The visitation without. Oh man, I was going to try to fix.
Visitation.
I had
without
something for this. I had something for this. It was more like something with sex.
I think that,
or the lack thereof.
Are we saying like the character that we hate the least?
Character that you hate the most,
or hate the most, right?
And then the character that you love the most. You said Natalie Portman is the character that you love the most.
I think Avon
because you hate black people.
I think that
because you hate black people. That's the first reason. And then, so who did you hate the most? And it better not be Slappy Jack. It better not be Slappy Black, nigga. I'm throwing this whole goddamn everything.
No, I just
around.
don't like him as an actor. Avon Barksdale is the character that I
that's your MVP?
Well, that's my like the person who the character I hated the most because he was straight up evil. Because he was straight up like he like just would call out hits like the way he decided that Cleo had to die. It was no decision at all. He's like, well, this is what's gonna have to happen now. You can tell he's like kind of fucking mad at Reggie about it. He's like, God damn it, man. This is my best bookie. But he didn't think about it like
he loves Reggie though. Like because the other option is kill Reggie.
Right.
And he's like, I'm not gonna kill Reggie. So therefore, is how evil is he? Right? Like, because he could have just killed Reggie and then kill an old girl too.
And there's also there's the whole duality of like a character like that. Fucking The Godfather, like they're doing a lot of horrible things, but they're doing a lot of good things to the people for the people in their community, and they're seen as certain
New Jack City,
all these different gangster movies.
Bring the turkeys.
Yeah, this is just like another archetype of that kind of character who like is well beloved in the community, but also hated in the community because it's like Chris Rock said about America. He said America is like the uncle that paid your way through college but molested you. So it's like
but molested you.
So like, so which there's a lot good goes with a character like that does so much good but does so much bad. So yeah, I really liked it. Ophelia said, damn, he went all Dr. Umar on Alex. Ophelia also said, Wood Harris is required to be in anything that takes place in Baltimore. It's a fact. It has to happen.
I am a Pan-African. I am a Pan-African. I am a Garveyite Pan-African.
Talking Turd says Pablo Escobar did a lot of good with his drug money. Yeah. Like, that's why he was like considered like such a sort of cultural hero for like a lot of people.
This comment is for you, Jeff.
I got you, Athelius.
Oh shit, that shit is funny. Y'all just mad y'all don't got y'all no LeVar Burton, no white LeVar Burton. Shit.
Seriously, nicest thing that anyone's ever said about me.
But yeah, like what else is there to
second nicest thing is Toby.
because like at the end of this, show, like, that's because we're not going to talk about every single episode, but Maddie does, wrap up the investigation with the help of Cleo.
You want to talk about the cheek smashing?
Yeah, we can touch on it a little bit. Yeah, because we
That's a threesome.
We did mention a little bit earlier that
racism.
We did mention a little bit earlier that like the racism and everything. That's Natalie Portman. The interracial relationships were still illegal during this time, and Natalie Portman, fresh out of her marriage with Walter, I forget the actor's name, but he's also really good from Stranger Things. She starts a relationship with this black officer who's like investigating a fake robbery that she staged at her house so she can get some insurance money for her.
Stranger Things?
Yeah, he was like the weird nutball podcaster that shows up in like the 3rd season.
Oh, her husband.
Yeah. No,
sorry.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about the cop at first.
Yeah, the cop, he was an Insecure. He was like one of the 2 dudes that
he's one of the hot beefcakes that people use in I mean, I don't know. I've never seen this show.
Right. Yeah.
LeVar Mullen. That's
LeVar
Walter
Mullen. He had
and according to this, he was not in Stranger Things, sir.
Wait,
yeah, no, he was
Walter Teeth Hughes.
No, the guy who played Walter in this show or whatever, the husband of Maddie in this one.
Okay.
The Jewish guy, he was in it. You'll just
Milton Schwartz.
Oh, Milton, not Walter. Milton.
Brett Gelman.
Wait, who's Walter?
This is the only thing he's ever been in, and there is no picture on his profile.
Wait, no. Then that's got to be a different person.
Walter Teeth Hughes, 3 episodes.
Hold on a second. This is such a deterrent. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I have to figure out.
Clenched her fists and closed her eyes, wrenching her mind. Wait, did you guys? Okay, my bad.
Good moment for a music drop like our Jeopardy song, Jeopardy music.
Brett Gelman. Yeah, Brett Gelman.
Yeah.
You said that there's not a picture for him?
No, I said there's not a picture for Walter.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's what tripped me out. I was like, wait a second. There's not a picture of this.
No. Brett's been in a bunch of stuff. He was he had a cameo in The League, which you've never seen. You know what? You know where you know him from? The Other Guys. Her name is Christina.
Yeah.
He's so funny, and he's a really good dramatic actor too. I thought he really
also was in Boy Kills World most recently.
He was in Boy Kills World.
Oh right, I haven't seen that.
I think it's a good sit down and watch it on a Sunday movie. Don't go to pay for it. I didn't pay for it. I watched it on a bootleg. I mean,
Ophelia said, oh shit, that was homeboy from Daniel from Insecure. Yeah, homeboy.
And
he was good in this.
Yo, he was great in this, man. Black actors, man.
Yeah,
black actors.
Good. And I believe their relationship is kind of sad how it ended up, because I was kind of expecting them to end up together.
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
But you're
seem like
fucking crazy, son.
Well, I mean, like it seemed like
Martin Luther King hadn't even died yet.
But like again, just like sort of alluding to things that could happen in the future as far as history goes. He does say that there's changes happening in the laws. There might be a chance for them to actually build a future together. But it does seem like Maddie's more focused on her career still. She wants to, focus on her writing. Do you think that she, made the right decision, or do you like?
Well,
like
he came at her like that right after coming out of a coma, basically. Yeah. Like, yo, let the lady. She can't even walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. She can barely walk. I keep wanting to say she can't walk good.
Hey, that works.
She can't walk good, man. And what you want her to do? Just be like, hey, let me just put my life to the side. You want me to put my life to the side?
Reggie was not in this scene.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad.
Don't bring Reggie.
That's not how she sounded.
No.
Natalie was doing some good Baltimore accent shit, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, she's great with that.
She kicked ass in that. But also, so anyway, like you said, she didn't have as much hope as he did, or not that she didn't have as much hope. I think she was just focused on other things like, yo, I need to do this in my life right now. And he was looking for something to like lean on to be sad.
Yeah,
like,
because he did just lose his entire career
because of her.
Yeah, because of her. Yeah.
Well, because of Whitey.
Yeah,
it's no sleep.
Whitey will take, he'll take it. Whitey will take it, he'll take it. Whitey will take it, and he'll be on his way.
What else am I supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do if after I take it? I'm supposed to just leave it? Put it back?
I'm supposed to hang out. That's awkward.
So go catch and release.
Putting this one on the wall.
But yeah, like it's definitely a side of just how terrible things were at that time, and just like sort of the ambiguity of, well, not the ambiguity, but just like how easy it was to commit crimes out back then. You know, there aren't cameras on every corner. For like you said, forensics aren't as sophisticated as they are now.
Yeah,
like
basically, it was like, did you do it?
Even know about blood type back then?
Nope, didn't know how to do that.
Yeah,
just hey, did you do it? No, I
blood
didn't.
types was like 80s, and even that was just like, all right, there's only a couple other million people with that.
Right? No, yeah,
right.
It wasn't until the OJ trial that blood was even used in a trial.
But hey, we all know blood not as strong of a fact as gloves.
No.
If it doesn't fit, you must quit.
I mean, it's true. we saw it all happen on television. We saw it happen. What was I about to say? I was about to say something relative to Cleo. God damn it. Sorry. I feel bad because I keep forgetting the black character's name.
Slappy.
And,
that's my dude. I ain't forgot his name. Like,
I will say the Cleo is a strong number 2 for my MVP because like she is such a dynamic character. She has to do so much. Like she is.
How long did? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, yeah, like she's super hardworking. She's like she's so committed to providing for her family, and there's just like this tragic underlying, which they don't even touch on that much because I guess there's so much going on. But her son is dying of sickle cell anemia, and like,
yeah, they only mentioned that in one episode.
Like it only happens.
Oh, my son has sickle cell,
but they bring it up.
Gotta go to work.
They bring it up every once in a while, like and especially like I think it was the 5th episode where she just pretty much comes to terms with the fact that her son is going to die because there's nothing she could do. Like that's a really heartbreaking scene where they bring in the preacher to pray over the son because they tried everything.
They brought in the preacher from the Muslim group. Was it the Honorable Elijah?
Oh yeah.
What is it? Damn, I can't remember nothing. Niggas that Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah, right. The bow tie guys.
Louis Farrakhan rode with them niggas. The Nation of Domination.
Yeah. Right.
That's a deep cut for y'all niggas out there. We are the Nation of Domination, motherfucker. God damn it. You know
but it was a really heartbreaking scene where, like, yeah, he prays over her, the kid, and later on she's like, I mean, is this even gonna help for real? Like, can you tell me what I could do because I've exhausted all my options? And the preacher says, and she reiterates this later on when she's grieving. She's like, the preacher all but said, "There's nothing that you can do for your child except give the church some money." Like, girl, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help your child. He's still gonna die, but at least the church will have your money. Yeah. Like
he basically was like, I like how they didn't even show his face. They just show him. It's just this big fat black ass preacher with fucking his hands held out for her to hand him a chest of money.
Yeah, it's like
I was like, what kind of piggy bank is that? Like that shit was crazy looking, dog. That shit was crazy looking. When she handed him, looked like it had dragon eggs in it. I'm not bullshit. I was like, yo, what did she just give him? She stole something from Daenerys. What is this?
Yeah, it's a super sad moment, and just like shows
Sickle cell, Supercell.
super sad.
Did you see Supercell?
No, I didn't.
Spoiler alert: they got sickle cell. Sickle cell gives black people superpowers.
Huh?
Watch it. Check it out.
Interesting. But yeah, like it was cool seeing. It was cool seeing this character. Just like go through these trials and tribulations. I do think that she is the smartest, most capable character on the show. But
it definitely plays out that way.
Yeah, like she's definitely the lead.
Definitely.
But yeah, for whatever it's Natalie Portman, man. Like she's fucking.
This is the longest "Who's your MVP" answer I've ever heard. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
But yeah, we have been talking for a really long time. So, is there any final thoughts you have about this show before we get out of here?
No, I loved it. I think y'all should go watch it. I do have a question for everybody before we run up out of here. But like, I thought that this was a great show, man. I think that it's good that it's just over too. Like apparently it was based on a book, I think. So
yeah.
It's good to have. It's good to have book adaptations. We need more of them because it encourages people to read. I think like the Game of Thrones books being as popular as they are, makes people want to read. So, and we care about reading here.
Yeah,
you got Jeff here with Jeff's Comic Book Corner. Y'all need to make sure you're here early every Monday. Check out Jeff's Comic Book Corner.
This did honestly make me want to read the book.
One thing we didn't talk about was the shot choices, like the ambitious.
I was gonna say I thought it was just all tequila.
That's rim shot.
No, but we talked about it. Like they're very ambitious shots.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, it was interestingly shot. Like there's a lot of moments where they were talking about the what
Othelius.
Oh. Read. I'll go write this.
Now y'all niggas know you need to read. Read, nigga, read.
But yeah, there was some really cool shots. We talked about like the dreaminess of a lot of the stuff and like the surreal nature of the show. But there were also a lot of moments where it was clear the director or whoever was really trying to show the closeness between the characters or the vulnerability between characters,
right?
Because they were just like really letting themselves what's the word, the left on a branch,
really letting themselves go.
Not
going out on a limb.
Going out on a limb.
There you go.
Out on a branch. What the fuck? Nobody said that before. But yeah, like
I should have said something really crazy.
But there's a lot of times
walking the plank. No, okay. It's too late.
There are a lot of times where characters are just like really opening themselves up, like to be vulnerable with someone else, and the camera really depicts that. Just really puts you in the middle of them, like physically. So I liked it. I liked a lot of short shorts. Yeah, that was a little cinematography 98. We'll do cinematography 101 next week.
Yeah, no, I liked it too, man. I thought it was very ambitious. I don't have a lot of words that you use to say stuff. My adjectives are short and brief. It was good and solid.
Hey, those words work too. Those are apt words.
Yeah, man. Then none of my words deserve like a the more you know type thing. I revealed something about myself, so that's why it played.
Did you? But you did like the way it was shot, like
the way they shot, man. I loved it. To be honest with you, I was downplaying it just now, but yeah, I loved it. It was like I ain't seen nobody do shit like that, television. Like I've seen some of those shots before. I've never seen those shots done all the way that like together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was like watching or listening to a symphony where people play the music different.
Yeah.
Or put the music in different, put like a Beethoven symphony in different areas. Like I'll put this section here and this section there. Like they rearranged or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was a lot. And if you're not really paying attention, you might get lost. So smoke a blunt, sit down and tell everybody shut the fuck up and watch Lady in the Lake. I got a question for y'all though, before we get out of here. So
wait, what? Oh, my bad.
I got a question because I wanted to know. Does it? No. But seriously, does it? No, but I want to know the answer to this question. What are you watching right now that we're not covering? We're not covering. You know what I'm saying? Because we got regular lives too, right? What are you watching right now that you're not covering that somebody should be watching? The best show nobody's seen yet.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
I've been binging the 80s version of Magnum PI.
Oh shit.
All right. Now you understand why I laughed.
That is an interesting choice. I am
been going back and forth between that and documentaries.
Nice.
Documentaries. Which documentary? Well, you just told me about
if people are disappearing. That's what I want.
Tell them about the one, or no, the one that you told me about earlier today. I can't remember the name of it.
So the title is Perfect Wife, the mysterious disappearance of someone Petito. I forget her first name. But it is Sherry. Thank you. It is insane. This woman is kidnapped, disappears from her home. Like, did the husband do it? What's going on? Where is she? Missing it's awesome. Every part of it is just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was crazy. What the fuck indeed.
Did you watch it?
Yep, watch the whole thing.
Oh man. I can't say more without spoiling it.
Yeah, you can't. Truly.
Yeah, come back Thursday if you guys want to hear the
gonna talk about that
dive.
Thursday.
Sure. Eric asked a show that's currently running or rewatching. Either or. Just to tee you up, I'm rewatching all of Preacher. I'm
rewatching all of Archer, but that wasn't what I was going to use. Go ahead.
I'm probably gonna do a members only thing where I just cover each season of Preacher. So while I'm rewatching that, so that's me. I don't know what you guys are watching. What about you, Phil?
Man, I'm watching Chimp Crazy, nigga.
Chimp Crazy. That sounds it's kind of.
Is it Chimp Crazy or Crazy Chimp?
I think it's Chimp Crazy, right?
It's Chimp Crazy.
It sounds like it has the same vibe as Dirt Nasty. Like I feel like it's another
Nasty.
Dirt Nasty.
What's that?
Oh, you don't know the rapper Dirt Nasty?
I thought it was Dirk Nasty.
Oh nah.
Chimp Crazy, yeah, that's the name of it.
Yeah, Chimp Crazy, yeah.
I thought it was Dirk, so I'm just off.
Ophelia says Arcane is dope. Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, are we supposed to be doing the new season? Are we gonna do it? We're covering it, right?
Yeah, when it comes,
it comes out
in November.
We're covering it. We're doing it right here on the Drunk Banthas podcast. Arcane season 2. Go check out Arcane season 1 review on the Drunk Banthas channel. We got shit for you, bro. We've been doing this shit a while now, man. So y'all can go on over there and check it out.
Eric says, I just rewatched Our Cartoon President on Showtime. It makes me laugh so much. I've heard so many good things about that show that it's actually really smart satire. But I think that there are literally 7 people who watch Showtime. I'm surprised that show that channel is still exists, honestly. What else was talking to her say a few months ago during a raining season? I could not see what was going on.
Researched an old school UK sci-fi show called Survivors.
Okay, that sounds cool. UK sci-fi show called Survivors. Othelia says I'm rewatching Static Shock. MFN Carl Malone is a hero in that show. Shit, that shit aged like milk. Yeah, honestly, I never liked the Static Shock show. I thought it was like way too corny compared to like things like Batman the Animated Series.
Especially, wasn't that coming out around the time of Batman Beyond? And it's like you're trying to compete with that,
right?
They just made Phil Lamar like juice up the black too much, and it was like, yo, just let him talk.
Yeah, it didn't come off very natural. I'm glad that it exists for like the culture, because now we get to a better version in the comic book that we're talking about now.
Go fight through the bullshit to get to the diamond.
Yeah. Eric says, also, I recently spent a lot of time looking into the 20 minutes of cuts, edits Spielberg and George Lucas forced Don Bluth to take out of the original Land Before Time, and it was really interesting. Oh man, the whole Bluth era of animation is super interesting. I feel like I've been working on a Disney video for a really long time about just like the Bluth era and animation in Disney, and how like that 10-year period for Disney is very similar to the 10-year era that Disney is having with Marvel right now. I'll put that together at some point. But yeah, the Don Bluth era is very interesting.
Just talk about it. I mean, you can talk about it, and then we'll put it on with members only.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
guys, let us know if that's something you want to hear us rant about.
Who cares?
Or at least like pay. Would you pay $1 to hear us talk about that?
They paid $1 to hear us talk about other shit already. So shout out to y'all, man. Make sure you subscribe and you have liked and all that stuff, because what I'm about to do is the giveaway.
It's giveaway time.
Do I have giveaway time music? Do I have giveaway time music?
Tell me what you wanna do.
I don't think that qualifies.
Bad boys.
No,
I don't think that works.
What about this one?
No, that's the
bye.
That's the music for the
Let's
pod.
Get out of here. We'll do this one, okay? We'll do this.
Okay, yeah. This works as good for.
This is neutral music.
This is the Drunk Banthas channel music.
Okay, let's go ahead and see who the winner is, you guys. If you have chatted, that is the only way that you're going to be able to win. Let's see what's going on here. Look, it's not very impressive. It's just
it's not visual. Yeah, it's not
impressive.
Anyway.
It's not impressive until I hit this goddamn button. Let's go. Look at that. 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 It better not be me.
Oh, that would have been so fun.
Turd! Talking turd, you have won. You have won. You already.
A ton of comics.
Yeah.
Actually,
you just won a shit ton of comic books and
T-shirt.
A T-shirt. A definite T-shirt. You just hit me up on the Drunk Bantha's Instagram or the Twitter, whichever one you feel comfortable with. Actually, just do it on Instagram, because I'm not going to check the Twitter. Let's just be real. Yeah, make sure you go do that so I can get your information. Talking Turd says, I don't win shit. Whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? Eric Nicely says, yay. And Othelia is dropping them fire emojis. You know what I'm talking about? It's the motherfucking Drunk Banthas podcast. And what, Alex? Tell him what he's won.
Well, Talking Turd, you have won every single issue of Sweet Tooth. Yeah, that's right.
It's even going to smell a little bit like marijuana.
Yeah, it's going to have that
just
nice
a little bit
marijuana pungent smell. It literally is every single issue of Sweet Tooth.
It's a little bright, but
it's a little bright. Give me the signal, yeah. Oh, yeah, still not helpful.
That's bright earth.
Is there a dark issue of this comic book? It's not going to absorb all the light
on the back. The last one.
You know,
yeah, that red one back there.
Yeah, quit with this bit that you're doing.
Yeah, there we go. Sweet Tooth. Every single issue, that is yours, Talking Turd. You're going home with it. And also a very special t-shirt that says our stupid name. But thank you guys so much for watching the Drunk Banthas channel. Oh, sorry. Eric Mealy says, if all the turds in the drawing, I'm glad it was the talking one.
Oh man, hello man. Talking Turd says, awesome. So glad that you won, big dog. That was a good. See, look, it didn't look like it was gonna be shit, but look, all the shit came out, and it was. And then you get this little turd emoji thing right there. That was fun. I like it.
Yeah, it worked out well.
Worked out well.
It's good stuff.
Oh yeah, by the way, Talking Turd, go to the merch store, pick out the t-shirt logo that you want, and yeah, let me know when you message over.
Yeah, you can send us a message on IG, or if you want to send us an email to the drunkbanthas@gmail.com, you can do it that way. Just whatever way you want to get in touch with us. Just don't put it in the comments. We don't want your personal information out there for everybody to see. Just send us a message privately, so we can get you all of the shit that you won. Talking Turd said in the chat, humbled and grateful. Thank you guys. No, we appreciate you guys for
We're
watching
the humbled
and,
ones.
and contributing to this, because without you guys, we're honestly, we're gonna do this anyway. We're gonna get high and get drunk and talk about nerd shit, but it's so much more fun with friends are involved. And speaking of friends, Jeff, do you want to tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs?
Yeah, you can find me on NerdsatNite. You can try and Skype. You can try and Skype me at Don Cheadle's Driveway at littledickie2.com. It's
it's because of the
Hackers.
You can try and find Jeff Madel on Facebook at MadelJeff on Instagram. But as always, the easiest way is just find me here on Monday nights.
Oh, what about you, Billiam? Where can people find you on the interwebs?
Man, he hit that right on time. You heard how the music changed when he said that shit. That shit was tight there, boy.
Pretty dope.
Well, you know where you can find me. I'm your favorite cousin Bill, and you can find me every Thursday at the Bantha Bunch Show. That's the Bantha Bunch Show, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Don't forget, because if you forget, you will, miss all the stupid shit that we talk about. And also, we do that drunk too. So, come on through, man. Knock on the door. It's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood meets The Hood. Meets Star Wars. It's amazing.
Yeah, if what's his name? Like the Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood sketch from like when Eddie Murphy did it on SNL. If that guy had a podcast, it'd be the Bantha Bunch every Thursday night. So guys, definitely check that out this Thursday, and thank you for checking us out tonight. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, but don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, Letterboxd, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little ladies in the lake. May the force be with you.
That was a weird one.
It was a weird one.